So we got that, and then we got the last one. Y'all see the title on the notes. Cool, cool, cool. Everybody cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Stream has started.
I think Andrew's still asleep because he hasn't said
AJ better
anything.
wake up. This whole time I've been talking, and he gonna come in here and talk about what we talking about.
Other side. Go. I'm doing my podcast, baby.
Because
So,
when I got in here, he was in here, but his mic was muted. Oh, well, my coffee's going to be lazy.
I just text the group chat. So microphone check, microphone check. We're in this bitch. Let me see. Let me
I
see.
don't know what's wrong with my mic. It just was not working for me. I
So,
knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, let me hurry up. I had to throw some clothes in the washer, set up the dishwasher, water for little boy so he can wash dishes.
no, I thought you was knocked out.
Going in here. No, I was up. I was up at 10:30. I'm I'll be getting up every Sunday early for the podcast because I usually be in here at 11 o'clock. I found out 11:30.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I changed it just for you.
Hurry up. Why? You didn't change for me?
I did. Change for you. I'll make sure
I'm here.
it's straight. It's
Here,
11:30.
11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. That's why, because stuff that happens like that, we need to make sure that's going down.
Let me play some music
Oh,
while we wait. Oh, oh, oh.
oh yes.
I'm gonna let this commercial play before I turn the volume up.
I definitely
Oh
got to
no.
do some stream work today. I can't stream today. Well, I probably can do it later, but I definitely need to go through that cooking video, slice that up.
Yeah, I gotta do the intro for Twitch. There we go. That first playlist, I can't get jiggy with that shit.
My little long nails, I mean, they've been growing and now they start to chip away. I crazy tell you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
One thing about growing boxes, I can't have pretty nails.
Mm.
Well, I heard like coconut oil, jojoba oil, black castor oil is good for your nails. Um,
If it does work, it's gonna be awesome because my nails pretty strong on its own.
mm,
So if I have that extra boost, that should be fine.
and or people would say like take some hair and nail supplements,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of has its pros and
I
cons.
do have some. I need to
Um,
be taking them joints. I feel bad. I bought them too, and I said I'm gonna take them. I took them for like 3 days, and I stopped. And then about 2 months later, took them again, and I stopped.
yeah, because I know for me, like I got my nails done sometime last year, and me, I never go back to them to get them taken off because it take forever.
Just
So
let
what
them
I
pop
do
off.
is, yeah, I pop them off,
Me. Mm-hmm.
and it will leave like that white jagged edge on my nails. So it took forever for my nails to
Oh
get back
yeah.
together.
Mm-hmm.
hmm And I recently just had to cut my nails because there was like see-through parts, and that's where like it was still kind of damaged and stuff like that. So
Do
I
you
just cut.
get the acrylic or
Yeah,
just? I
yeah, I
always
got
get
the
overlay.
acrylic. Mm.
that line,
Mm-hmm.
that the acrylic leave the ridges is not as bad
Yeah.
as if you would get acrylic. I noticed
Yeah.
that.
Cause I wanted to see the difference.
Mm.
I got gel, and I don't know if it's because the lady didn't do it right, or no, it wasn't gel. I got the SNS, right,
It's
and
popping off.
mm, it started lifting
It's
after
enough.
a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I did just popped it off like I do my acrylic,
Mm-hmm.
and I still had the same results. And I was like, I thought this was supposed to be healthier for your nail. I thought, you know what I'm saying, but it's probably because I'm just popping it
Hey,
off
which it
instead of
is.
just, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And
Yeah.
I told myself, I was like,
There
well,
you go.
Oh, AJ.
if my nails still gonna look like this, then I'm just gonna stick with the acrylic.
I
It's
don't know why
cheaper.
Discord isn't
I
picking up.
get longer nails, you know, all that. So, yeah. Mm.
I haven't had acrylic nails in a while. Because after I find out I can get my nails wrapped, because like I said, they grow fast and grow long. So I always just get a wrap.
And, and that's the crazy thing about my nails. It's like when I leave them alone, they take forever to grow. As soon as I get them acrylics on, and within 2 weeks, my nails is almost half as long as my freaking acrylic nail. I'm like, no, what? And I get so mad because when I pop them off, they'll be thin and disgusting looking. I'm sad.
Mm.
So,
And while we're doing this, make sure y'all take your time to go on the social medias and post that we're live.
Yes, sir. I'm right ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Now I knew that I should have went to sing because I was a big tap.
Ain't it?
I gotta get this last one out of this car. And you gonna need to because I should have went to sing because I was a big tap.
Why you don't work?
Today's your fault. Just stop. Just stop.
Post it on Facebook.
No.
Let me do this too.
Excuse me. That was genuine. I'm like, what?
What?
It started out like. Wait a minute.
No, this is non-copyrighted music. Twitch can't mute it.
Uncopyrighted.
They can't mute it. Not at all. Chicken Alfredo tonight. Gonna eat it
You
real
don't
right.
stop talking about chicken Alfredo. Jesus.
It's delicious. Yeah.
Sound like a 12-year-old. I'm eating chicken Alfredo.
That's right. Extra garlic bread.
He about to do a whole album just about chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, right. All right, my channel's hosting the Real Ones Gaming right now. There we go.
Why are you not opening it up? Thank you.
Chicken Alfredo, baby. Ow.
I'm going to make homemade chicken tenders. I don't know what else I'm gonna put with it. With some green beans.
Sounds really good, but it's not chicken Alfredo. Yeah. Chicken Alfredo. Yeah.
I know it's out. Just trying to find get the old mixtape.
So creamy. Yeah.
So I'm kind of upset because for whatever reason, I could not go to sleep last night.
Tell me you ended up going to sleep.
Around like 7:30 your time.
Damn.
So you
Merchant?
just now waking up.
Huh?
Yeah, 7:30 in the Merchant?
Our time.
Yeah. Your time.
Merchant?
Yes.
So that's like
Oh,
3:30 her time. No, 4:30.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't sleep. And then, me and my brother was watching like clips of like Wildin' Out and like the funniest moments and stuff like that. I don't know. I just couldn't go to sleep. And I'm like, I didn't take a nap today, so I shouldn't be up this late. So why am I up this late? And this happens every single Saturday/Sunday. I don't know why. I just think my body hates me and it knows I have to get up early. So it's like, let's party and stay up all night.
Hey, honey.
I should have taken a supplement, but
Alright, I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes and then we're gonna start.
because I know I wasn't gonna wake up on time.
Chicken Alfredo. Garlic bread.
Are you gonna send me the other plate since it's what, buy one, take one home?
All of these. On the porch.
I'm about to mute him. Let me know when the podcast starts.
I'm creating content.
Talking about your food.
Imagine a commercial. Oh man. This is gonna be a doozy of a podcast. Yes. Yeah, I'm recording, but I'm fine. What's up?
Afterward. My mom could send all this baby stuff, but not my ID. I see where your importance is. Okay. Oh, make no sense. You know she got off Amazon. Still.
Alright,
That's
that
it.
is done.
This place must be expensive.
What's that?
Mm. Some Italian restaurant dinner and wine for two is well, it's not bad, but it's $44.95. That's with the
I'm trying to
coupon.
figure this out. Let's see. Keep busy at home with thousands of online craft classes, unlimited access, no credit card required. Nope. You won't get no free stuff off of me. When is the 16th? So Mama Pinky. Busy because Lord knows. Actually, you know what? I'll put in this is interested in it. Where my mama at? Oh, I'll just put it in here. Me between me and my mom, my sister, my dad, I swear we just got like 15 different chats, group chats. And I don't be know which one is active or not.
Oh yeah, my family do that too. And I just feel like they be tagging everybody. I'm like, there's a lot of numbers I don't know in here. And they're like, well, hey, I'm like Auntie Carolyn. Or, hey, I'm like Uncle. I'm like, oh, okay. And everybody else is just like responding to the text. I'm just like, mm, don't know who you are, but I'm guessing you're part of the family some way, somehow. Okay, cool.
I love you.
Ooh.
Mm.
All right. Let's go ahead and start this. Where's the X button on this thing? Let's see. Pinky doing her mod duties. Woot woot. And all that good stuff. Alright, so. In
Need some wood?
5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, everybody? What it do? What it do? What it do? Welcome to the Real Ones Gaming Podcast. We're back with another good episode. A nice, well refreshed crew. Lies, all lies.
Ever.
We've been up gaming all goddamn night. Now we just all in here like,
Y'all
yeah,
been up even. I was
They are,
asleep.
yeah. AJ left. He was like, I want no parts of this.
yeah. AJ left us all by our lonesome.
Oh.
And as usual, we have. I'm sorry, they told us I can't use the unusual suspects thing anymore.
I
So
didn't say that. I just said I just judged you on the wording. I didn't say you couldn't use it.
we have the normal suspects. The those three are the usual. I like being unusual. Um, we have the regular team together. So without further ado, she is hailing from Detroit. Um, the queen of stream, taking over the globe, had her second article on blurred.com.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, the queen, Miss Pinky 313.
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? I hope everybody is staying safe in this mess. It's almost over. I feel it in my bones. It's almost over. You know, we getting over the hump and stuff. I'm glad to hear more people are healing from this rather than getting sick. You know, so please do your part. Stay at home. If you need to go out to get essentials only, not to party. If you need to go out and get some air, just stay around your house. Don't go over aunties or uncle, mom and dad house. Please just stay, you know, within your means of your house. I do want to give a big shout out to all the essential workers out there. I appreciate you so much. First responders, grocery store workers, warehouse workers, everybody's still making, the world go around. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys can catch me on my social media platforms. You can catch me on a Facebook page at Miss Pinky 313 Plays. Find me on Instagram, Queen Pinky 313, on Twitter at Miss Pinky 313 Play _ YouTube 313 Miss Pinky. Which, by the way, yes, I know I haven't posted a video, but I'm trying to do some tonight. Wish me luck. And also, I am, as Green said, that I am a part of the Blurred team as well. I am the gaming community manager and content creator over there for blurred.com. I do have a new series that's up right now called What's Their Twitch? I'm interviewing growing Twitch people of color. So make sure you check out that article. The next one should be posted up Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to get it sent out and set up for Monday or on Monday. So it should be up Tuesday and Wednesday. So check that out. And that's it. But yeah, wish me luck on editing the videos for YouTube. Right. Thank you.
No, it's not easy. Come on.
Right.
All right.
Lord have mercy.
And from Atlanta, well, both there's two team members from Atlanta, but currently in Atlanta.
Currently, right?
Yes, currently. He and I play NBA 2K. Yes or no? Nah. He is the king of 2K as well as he's a good partner in NBA Live. I can't give him the king because that's my title.
Ooh,
Right.
He's been playing a lot of 2K,
Right.
building his characters up this week. I've seen he's been grinding. Uh, from Jersey, but currently in Atlanta. King AJ.
Let's get it. Yes, sir. You know who it is, man. It's your boy King. Back at it again with the usuals, man, with the family, of course, man. I done checked my Twitch tweet this morning. I hit 170 followers who were there.
Boys.
And you can find me on all social medias at King AJ _15. As Green said, we did play 2K the other day. That video will be coming out sometime today. And we just been over here grinding, man. I got a nice little comment on my last NBA Live video saying that my channel should have more subs than it should be. So if y'all ain't sub to the channel, go sub to that. And ain't no usual things, man. Pass it over.
All right. Well, she is currently in the nice sunny state of Cali, but she's
It
also
never
from.
rains in Southern California. They tell me.
we had an interesting stream with her and her siblings.
Yeah.
and
Forever in history, okay? Embedded.
like I said, she's from Cali, but who really is Cali? I mean,
It's the question, right? Who is Callie? Is the question.
Maya, tell the people.
Whew, that's funny.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, it's still morning time for me, but good afternoon. How you doing? How you feeling? How's quarantine treating you? Listen, it's okay. All right, it's okay. Just put a little NyQuil in a cup. That's all you gotta do. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do that.
Mm.
I would. Joking,
Wow.
joking.
Anyways, hopefully I'll be getting back to streaming soon. I know I've been gone for a while. Okay, well, more than a while, but that's internet
That's
issues.
besides the point, right?
That's neither here nor there.
Right.
Right. So hopefully, I'll get back to streaming soon. I have been getting questions about that. So, um, yeah, you can find me on Twitch at Maya_97. You can also find me on Twitter at Maya with two A's _97 because some bitch took my shit. Anyways,
Mm.
um,
That's
that's
beside the
here nor
point.
there.
Mm.
um, just stay positive, okay? From resources that I've seen, China just got quarantine free. So hopefully, if y'all stay y'all asses at home, wash your hands, okay, and your ass, okay, not just your hands, your
Too,
ass too.
please.
Just
Okay,
take a
when you get
shower.
in the house, immediately take off your clothes. That's what I do
Mm-hmm.
because that shit can get attached to your clothes. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that cloth masks do not work. They're still
I've been
can you can
saying
still get it the with the surgeon mask on. So get a heavy duty mask. Okay? Alright. That's it.
I actually got
That's my PSA.
I got a
Mm-hmm.
story about that too. I told Pinky yesterday, but um, I went to the grocery store and I saw a lot of elderly people up in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But in a lot with adult kids, of course, wheeling their adult like their elderly
Yeah.
grandparents around and shit. And I saw this one old white dude, and not that it matters what color he is, but just picture it. This old white dude might have been like in his 70s, 80s maybe, grocery shopping. And as he's getting to the checkout, because I had already gotten out, I was checking my receipt for everything. I see him, no mask, no gloves, no nothing, just he's like, fuck it, I survive. Um, he coughs, like right there, after he done checked out. I went, huh, alright, whatever, maybe he's old. He's got a little cold, whatever. Um, he's checking his receipt. I'm going out. He blocks my way of going out, first of all. So I go around him and I go out the exit. So I go to my car, put my food away. He comes out. He starts coughing even harder. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a nasty cough. All right, whatever. How to duty. So I then
Mind
perceive
open.
him. He reaches in under his shirt, pulls out a mask, and puts it on. Then proceeds to put on gloves. And I'm sitting there thinking, like,
It's too
Wow.
late.
so
Too late now.
you was in that goddamn grocery store with a mask
Infecting
and gloves,
everybody.
and you didn't put. Oh, okay. So this is what we doing. Cool. So as soon
Yeah.
as I got home, I
Like
Lysol the fuck out of everything I bought. Um, apples might taste like Lysol from now on, but fuck it. At least I'm safe. Um,
Yeah.
but yes, my name is Green SP, as you all probably know by now. Yeah, Green SP, baby. Um, I'm starting to do the transition of changing all my social medias to Green SP. It's gonna start this week, and it's gonna be a slow transition because I need everybody on board, and I don't want to lose people as I do the transition. Um, so it's gonna be
Wait
Green
a
S.
minute.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I got scared because you said transition. I'm about to say, should we talk this off stream? I'm kidding. It was a joke. It failed.
Yeah, it was a bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke.
They laughed.
Anyway.
I just what I was saying. See, AJ went for hard, so it was a good joke.
Anyway.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I just let him go. I
y'all,
just let
y'all,
him
y'all,
go.
y'all see how they do me? You see? All right. Anyway, um, so it's going to be Green SP in the future, but for right now, it's still Green SBMK. So you hear me say it's different, just use that for all social medias, including YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, I've been doing some videos. I did 2 Instagram videos yesterday. And then I got some YouTube videos coming up too,
Had a
including the
YouTube
one
video
that I
that didn't go
did.
up yesterday.
Huh?
You had a YouTube video go up yesterday and deleted it.
No, those were the 2 Instagram videos. I have a process, sir. Leave my process alone. Um,
Hey,
so,
Bless it.
I'm gonna have some videos going up tomorrow morning, and then I also changed my scheduling because of the whole quarantine thing. I don't know when this thing is going to be done, but my job projected that they're going to overlook the work from home by the 10th. It's the 5th, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to just assume we're going to go until the 30th. Um, so I just figured I have more time to stream, so I can do things like stream every day. Um, so for more information on that, go ahead to my Twitch, Greenspmk, to get all of that details, as well as all my social medias over there as well, because I just did a brand new banner and some extra stuff over there. Twitch is giving us more stuff than they gave us, like the mod view, and
You
gave
heard
us,
us. They heard our cries.
yeah, and they letting us ban people permanently, IP bans, and all right, Twitch, see you.
Right.
Some,
because after Green had that little incident, they wanted to do something.
yeah,
I mean, not even that. Just hate bots and
yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah.
And
It's
a
nice
lot
to do
of
that.
people have been not necessarily complaining about it, but they've been getting on Twitch about this for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of people, especially people of color, I know that they're happy about the situation because, people would still make like altered accounts and, still come back and still be hateful and, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case may be.
So
So
yeah,
I think it's good that they did that.
yeah. So now you come to my stream at Green SPMK and you act a fool. Hey, you can make as many accounts as you
See,
want. They're all banned at the same time, brother.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
keep it all the way funky with you. You act up, you permanent man.
yeah.
I'm bringing
So
that band hammer
Act up
back.
and get smacked up.
Right.
Act up and get smacked.
yeah. So check me out. Make sure you check me out on YouTube as well. We're trying to get that up to 100, so we can get our special URL and
Mm-hmm.
start our journey to becoming a great YouTuber. Um, and then also, I'm waiting for this money to come in so I can get my PC, baby, because that's when the real shit starts. But yeah, that's me, and that's us, and all of that thing. So without further ado, I know you guys came here for the free stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't give a shit about what my stream is or anything like that. You want the free stuff? That's what you're thinking about. So AJ, why don't you tell them what the free stuff is for PlayStation?
PlayStation Plus free games for this week are Uncharted 4 uh, in in Dirt Royale 2.0 is
Man.
free. for the PlayStation. If you if you don't have the collection of Uncharted, I think that is still free. But if you just want to play the
Nope.
Uncharted 4, go right ahead. And if you like racing games, this is a racing game for you. It's dealing with motocross, I think some cars, something like that, just to keep you occupied during this quarantine.
Think
And
think of Gran Turismo on dirt,
yeah,
basically.
I'll probably be downloading it both anyway. And
Yeah.
give me
Yeah, I'm definitely
So for those that were asking, um, the Uncharted collection was free on PS Plus. If you did not put it in your library or you didn't download it, you're out of luck. That shit is back to its normal price. You should have downloaded it when it was a chance. Um, but for those who did download it, you now have the complete collection.
That
Um,
includes Thief Sand 2, or that's something different?
includes what?
Thief Sand 2 as
yeah,
well, I should
no,
say. Okay. And the
Uncharted,
Ultimate Collection.
Yeah,
The Ultimate Collection that was free was 1, 2, and 3,
yeah,
yeah,
the
and
Nathan Drake collection. That was the only one that was free.
yeah. One, two, and three was free, and now four
free,
is
and
free.
then 4 is free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you got them then, and you now can get four, you now have the complete Nathan Drake collection. One, two, three, four.
Mhm.
There was some rumors that they're trying to make another Uncharted. But as far as I know of, they said that Uncharted 4 was the last one. But let's be honest,
Yeah.
they could do it again if they wanted to.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. They really
So,
could.
and Dirt Rally 2.0, I saw the trailer for it and I looked at some gameplay for it. It looks pretty good. It just doesn't look like it's not arcadey at all. It's a simulation. So, what does that mean? If you don't know jack shit about racing, this is not the game for you. You gotta really know how to race a car for this kind of shit because everything matters. You really gotta pick your own tires, your engine, your transmission, um, which is fine. I don't mind games like that. But I do miss the days of Ridge Racer and arcade racing games like that. Even Need for Speed is changing
Definitely.
little by little. So, I, I mean, I'll get it. I'll try it out, but I don't see it as me being on it all the time. But yeah, back to the free shit. Pinky, what's the other free shit for this month
Oh,
for
for
Xbox?
Xbox, yeah, for Xbox Go, the free games are Shantae, Have, Genie Hero. Regular price is, excuse me, $20. It's available now until April 15th on Xbox One. Project Cars 2, 60 buckaroos, regular price. And that's from April 1st to the 30th on Xbox One. Knights of Pen and Paper bundle. I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
Sounds
Mm.
interesting. Regular
It
price
may
is
be just pen and
$22.
paper.
I bet you it is with you know what, never mind. $22.49 is the regular price for that game, and that's available from April 16th to May 15th on Xbox One. Fable Anniversary, that's $40 regular price, and that's available from the 1st until April 15th on Xbox One and Xbox 360. And last but not least, Toy Box Turbos. Regular price is $10, available from the 16th of April to the 30th on Xbox One and Xbox 360.
And Pinky said last but not least, but that sounded like the least out of all of things, to
But you
be
know
quite
what?
honest. That
I'm trying to
sounded
make it great, okay?
that sounded like the least.
It probably is a great game, low key. You never know.
Toy box. Get the fuck out
Mm-hmm.
of here with that. Who made that shit?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, so if y'all want some, this must be a racing month or something, because it's like,
All the racing games is coming out.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, well, I know NASCAR. I heard rumors. I don't watch NASCAR, so I wouldn't know. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess NASCAR is still doing their season, and
So them
you know,
hillbillies don't care.
maybe it's like the grand mall of all racing or something. I don't know. But yeah, get those games. It's free. You got the dates. You got the time. No excuses to not download the free shit. Also, WrestleMania is this. At the time we're recording it, WrestleMania is going on. The first part was last night. After we game, I actually started watching a little bit of it. I am very impressed. I thought it was going to be a bullshit year because of the coronavirus. It wasn't going to be a live audience. We wouldn't get to see the grand stage as we normally do. Um, I was very disappointed because I was like, oh man, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be in a little studio, and I thought it was going to be bullshit. However, I was so impressed by just the mere entertainment that was going on. So if I'm correct, and this has nothing to do, this is not even on the podcast, but I feel like this might be a little bit of news. Um, so the matches that they had last night was Undertaker versus AJ Styles, and I'm not gonna say who won or lost. You can go watch that shit. Um, but that was a pre-taped sort of deal, but they made it look like a
Mm-hmm.
goddamn movie, and that shit looked really good. Um, then they had Goldberg versus Braun Strowman. Um, that match was really good for two powerhouses. I think Goldberg probably made up for the bullshit matches he had in the past. Um, they had Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. The tag team titles were on the line. Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And then the SmackDown tag team title. Was it SmackDown? I think it was SmackDown tag team titles was on the line in the ladder match. It was The Miz and John Morrison versus the Usos versus the New Day.
Miz has came a long way. I just want to point that out. He
Man,
came a long way.
shit. Think about he was on the Real World. Now he's a
And he was
WWE
talking about
vet.
wrestling on there. Like he wanted to be a wrestler so
That's
bad.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And actually did it. Like I'm
And
proud
he
of him. I
made
can't
it
lie.
too.
He's definitely a Hall of Famer. He's definitely a
Yeah.
future Hall of Famer. Is
Mm-hmm.
no. But
If he don't make it, then
oh, he's made it.
but speaking of the Hall of Fame, if you into the NBA Hall of Fame, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, and Tim Duncan has been inducted into the Hall of Fame. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
give to the goats, man. And there's a WNBA female. Her name messes me up every time. She's in there, and there's a coach that I don't like. So I ain't
Damn.
gonna mention his name.
Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, those are your sports news for the podcast. Um, and also on the other Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, NWO has been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Finally,
So
finally.
I think that's tonight is when they're going to show that one.
Mm-hmm.
So my suggestion is if you're not really pressed to watch it, quote quote live, because I think a lot of the matches have been pre-taped, just so they can edit them and make them look a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it is live. If you aren't pressed to watch it, because it's not an audience, it's not anything like that. It's going to be on WWE Network in two parts, so you can watch it whenever. I'm going to watch the whole thing in its entirety. over the next couple days because I'm working from home. So yeah, those are your sports news so far. All right, getting into our first story. The PS5 has finally, the price for it has been leaked. And before anyone says anything, no, the PlayStation on your screen is not the actual one. That is a rumored replica of it. People just kind of think that's what it's gonna look like. Even though I did see a story earlier this week where they think that the box was leaked, but people are clout chasers and they'll probably make a box
Yeah.
just to
Mm.
get some clout
Mm-hmm.
for it. But this story is actually real. They have screenshots and everything. I'll put the link in the description as always. The PS5 price possibly leak by a Canadian store. So basically, in their little, I don't know what they call it. I'm gonna call it a comment section, or the FAQ section, I should say. A customer asked about it, and the representative from the store said it's around in their Canadian dollars. I don't know what the fuck it is. Said the price, and if you convert that to American dollar, it comes out to $399 or $400. So it looks like PlayStation 5 will be $400.
Yeah,
You guys happy about that?
I'm
I'm
happy.
definitely happy.
Yeah, it's that's the same price as
Nice.
PlayStation 4 when it first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, uh, uh,
I'm good with the price.
Okay.
sounds reasonable.
Mm, but we know we gotta wait for Sony to officially drop it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause like you
Mm-hmm.
said, this is a rumor, so make sure y'all look for the Sony's Twitter. Every anything that got to deal with Sony, make sure y'all go look for theirs first, because this is a rumor.
Yeah, and I'm sure the stores do know. I mean, I'm sure a
They
place
do know,
like
but they don't
GameStop
have.
knows.
They can't release the price.
Yeah, I remember working at the GameStop when this was like around time when Xbox 360 had first came out and PlayStation 3 had first came out. And we knew about the PlayStation 3 price like maybe a couple months before it was released too. But and I had just started working there like maybe like a couple of months before it came out. But I remember my boss telling me that they had known for like a year what the price was. So assuming these stores probably been new and just can't say anything.
Yeah,
So they
Um,
probably
they
just made up a price.
I
yeah,
don't know if
they
For
they.
the
probably got
time
an
being.
NDA.
I
The
don't think
store
they made
probably
up the
had them
price.
sign an NDA.
I think the store owner
Well,
or whoever answered those questions probably wasn't thinking and just said what the price really is. So
Mm.
if
Hmm.
that's the case, PlayStation 5 is going to be $400, which is not a bad price. Not a bad price.
No, there's never been a bad price, and they always come back on top.
yeah,
I
they
bet you
do.
that tower is gonna be $600.
I just want to see what it looks like. That's all. Like, not that it matters,
If
but I
it
want to see what it looks like.
if it comes in two different colors,
It's
this
not.
white one that's on the screen
It's
and a
not.
black one,
It's just going to be black. I'm going to tell you that now. It's just going to be black.
I mean,
Mm.
just throwing it out there. Like, if what if they are making one white one and one black one? Because everybody had the black one for so it. There's only one gray one. That was the PlayStation One.
Yeah, and
Wait
they
a minute.
found out
For
that
no
gray
for
didn't look right.
PlayStation 2, did they come out? Because I remember the white one because I have a white one. Did the black and white one come out together?
No.
No, they came out
Sure.
like a year, month later, 2 months,
Right.
3 months later.
And I know the reason for that because I read an article on it once. So when they originally came out with the gray one, they were trying to be. It was the normal color for systems. If you think about it, like Nintendo when that first came out was
Mm.
gray. Super
Gray,
Nintendo when that came
gray
out
one.
was gray. Um, Even the Dreamcast when that came out, it was gray. So it was always the standard of what a console color is supposed to be like. And then I think it was the Xbox came out with black because
Yeah, that big
consumers were
black.
saying that it matches everything in their house. Basically,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with black. It matches everything. So that just became the standard. And then even though it's a stupid reason, one of the things that they said that the GameCube and it was another console that they said quote quote failed. They said the reason why they failed was because they believe it was the color of the console.
You talking
What?
about the GameCube and the Wii U? Because the Wii U was white.
Well, both.
First of all, the GameCube was popping, okay? I don't know
Thought
what the
it
hell they
was.
talking
It
about.
was
They
a
ain't have
popping
no
to
type of
Americans.
childhood. Like,
It was popping to Americans, but to the rest of the world, that shit was
Mhm.
garbage. Alright?
well, that's them.
They was
They could
talking
make it
real
another
shit.
color if they wanted to, and let us keep our purple, okay?
They was talking real big shit about that purple joint. So
They just mad because they didn't think of it first.
well, the normal standard right now is black. Now I'm sure PlayStation will come out with like anniversary editions or special editions and
Shoot,
this, that, and the
I
third,
Nah.
want PlayStation
like maybe a
just
year
because.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do it a year after, but as of right now, I'm pretty sure that joint is black. um, and it probably will look something similar to what the concept art on the screen is. Um, it'll be square, of course.
Hmm.
It'll be as thin as they possibly can get it. But you also got to realize they're walking on um, uncharted waters because this is the first time that they're using solid state drive instead of a hard drive. And by the way, those PC gamers that's always saying, "Oh, welcome to 2010," because we've been using solid state since then. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Please, shut up. Just shut up, please.
you do realize that your solid state drive Sony makes. You do realize that shit, right? You have been using Sony products all your gaming PC lives. So shut the fuck up. And just
And y'all
enjoy
go
this
buy
shit.
3 or 4 of them. Y'all go buy 3 or 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them drives, and act like y'all bought it from a PC store. Stop it.
Yeah. Like,
You're
no.
playing yourself.
Come on
You
now.
bought a Sony product.
Give PlayStation its credit. It upgraded dramatically. It's a whole lot faster. Um, and I think next generation will probably be the generation that it starts equaling up to a PC, which I'm
I think
scared.
so too.
I'm scared about that though,
Why?
because
Why?
if
I mean,
it
that would be a plus.
yeah, but if it does that, it has to go up in price.
Hmm.
So if it does, we're gonna be paying the same price as we do for a gaming PC. So you're looking at a good $700, $800 system. So I'm just being aware of people who say, I want my console to do the same thing as a gaming PC. All right, but that price is gonna jump up.
Hmm. A lot.
So
It means
I,
I have 2 in 1 though.
yeah, but it
That would
also
be a good
Yeah.
investment though.
but in order for them to do that too, they would have to do like okay, like let's say PS6. Um, I would want them to
Let's not think
back,
that far in the future.
Sir.
Slow down, buddy.
but I'm saying the PlayStation 6, they should look at all right. We need to have a built-in Elgato in
Low
order,
key, they need to have it in the 5.
yeah, or just have all
Mhm.
the system in the five and just be like, look, you can stream from this shit perfectly fine. Everything you can stream on your PC, you can stream from the
So then,
PS5, and that way you won't even need an
so
Elgato.
Yeah, if I can do
it,
everything on the PlayStation as far as streaming, I'll be good.
Yeah, because think about the only hello bridge. The only
Well,
reason
no, because I would have to
what up,
edit. Or
Bridge?
if I, well, hey, Bridge, if I can actually edit everything on the play, well, I guess what Share Factory I can do it,
I'm sure they're
right?
gonna have Share Factory
Edit.
on PS5. I'm sure because
Hmm.
They better,
that was a
yeah, but
game changer.
I wanted to be more flawless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more transitions, more
Yeah.
editing software per se.
Hmm.
Um, and like I said, if you can do like overlays on your PS5 for streaming, you can have a direct way to stream a little bit better, a little bit smoother, and more options. For instance, Twitch and YouTube is fine, but they need to put a mixer in that bitch, and they need to put like Facebook. They need to
But
put
you know what? They won't put Mixer on it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's Microsoft and that's Xbox. They
But
won't
remember,
do
they
it.
got
Yeah.
that deal with Xbox, so it's possible.
Who got to deal with Xbox?
PlayStation, Sony, and Xbox has a deal with that cloud service. So, one thing
Okay.
that we kept asking was, okay, we understand exactly what the deal is, but they're not telling us what Sony is getting in return. Like we could see that Xbox is getting the business of okay, Sony will use some of the cloud service, but we're not seeing is all right. So you getting the business? What is PlayStation getting? So
Yeah,
because the cloud service is not worth all that to me.
but if you got them hardcore mixer fans, they don't want they don't want they don't want PlayStation mixer streamer people coming over.
But they already
Pretty
got
much.
PlayStation players on Mixer. It's not that it's only for
But they
Xbox
have to,
fans.
they have to go. But Sony has to
They
go.
have
The
to
players
do
from Sony has to
extra.
go. Got to go extra mile,
They
pretty
do the
much.
same thing Twitch players do.
No, what it is, I think they're saying as far
We
as doing more, they actually have to stream from the PC in order to, you can't
exactly.
straight stream Mixer
Yeah.
straight from PlayStation. And the same thing with Xbox, they can't stream, or they may, but I don't think they can stream straight from the console to Twitch.
Yeah, they can.
Yes,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah, they can.
Oh,
Can.
they can.
Oh, so wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it
It's
should be
just
equal.
Mixer. Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
mixer
Mixer.
So if
that
Microsoft is
you have,
allowing their competitor on their shit, then I don't see why.
but we have to go through the PC though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Since it's basically Microsoft based, the people that mainly stream off of, and I'm speaking, for myself, mainly from the PlayStation, I would have to go out and buy like maybe like a laptop that's a high enough grade to have great quality, space and memory to edit my videos or my streams and stuff like that, just to, stream on Mixer. Whereas I could just come to Twitch and literally stream off on PlayStation and be fine.
Yeah, I mean that's more of like a Twitch perk. I think with
Mm-hmm.
the PlayStation though, now we don't know if the five can do it on Mixer, and we really don't know if they're gonna keep. I hope they keep Twitch, but we don't know if they're gonna keep those services on the PlayStation Five either, because there was some stuff on the PS3 that they took away. Like for instance, there was a time when you can actually download movies, music, and whatever, and keep them on your PlayStation, and you can play them whatever the fuck you want to. You cannot do that with the PS4.
Oh,
So
the best of
PS3,
that
you
is
can download
Spotify.
music, you can put it on your PlayStation, and then when you have a party come over, you just play your playlist off your PlayStation, not Spotify, your actual MP3s. If you had
Yep.
movies, I remember when downloading movies that were not supposed to be legal.
Out yet.
You could download that to your PlayStation, and that was the spot. There was plenty of websites for that for PS3. You can't do that with PS4.
Nope.
You just can't.
Mm-mm.
Um, for those who was like browsing the videos on websites, maybe you missed your episode of Real Housewife of Atlanta, or Black Ink Crew, or whatever show y'all niggas watch these days. Um, you used to can go to the website, you I'm saying right click. It was some other form of buttons on the PlayStation. You can click it, and the PlayStation would be like, "Yeah, we know they ain't letting people download it, but we're gonna let you download it, and you can just download the video right off the website." So that's a function that was really good, but they completely took it off the next generation. So my fear is that there's a function that we love right now that when we come across the PS5, we're not gonna get. We just
So
don't know what
what?
that function is.
So let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask people in the chat. What function would y'all want them to add to the file?
Mm, overlays to streams, custom overlays. I would like to do the same thing I can do on a PC as far as streaming. Everything else, I really don't give a shit about. But if I could like add
Excuse me.
if I could add alerts, if I could use a green screen, if I could connect my own camera instead of using the PlayStation camera to get higher quality.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if I could just overall, if Share Factory updates, if Share Factory adds a whole bunch of stuff and it becomes like a
Yes.
competitor to like Sony Vega or something like that, I'll take that over anything. Share Factory is already a good thing, and you can get away with a lot of shit. However, like when people look at my videos and they go, "Damn, that was a nice little transition you did, and that's a good way of doing it." They don't realize it took me like maybe 3 hours to do shit to get it that way because it's not easy converting things on Share Factory. Like you really got to have the creativity and the patience for that because it's hard to figure that shit out. Um, so if they made it a little bit easier for PS5 and they added a few new things, as far as Share Factory alone, I could list like a good 100 things that I would like on it. Better transitions, um, more freedom. Like, stop asking me to add your pre-made clips. I don't want it, and I don't need it. Allow me to make my own intros, um, easily and freely. Make folders. um, Increase the size, the capacity. Don't tell me that I can't make a 2 hour video if I really want to. Allow me to. Um,
Yeah.
don't tell me the size of music because when I was trying to figure out how to edit the podcast on Share Factory, that was the issue. Was I couldn't because they only allow you to do an hour of a video. And music wise, they only allow an hour of audio. So increase the capacity of that, and I'll be fine. But I see the PS6 being I see it being a PC. That's just the
It
way I see
happen.
it, and that's fine.
Jumping in.
Yeah, I'll pay the 800. It's cool. When you think about it, 800 in a generational console, a generation for consoles are like 8 years. You talking about $100 a year? So I pay. I'll drop the 800. That's just what it is. But yes, right now $400 is the
Assumed
rumored, yeah,
price.
the assumed price.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go down the line. Pinky, um, you paying the 400?
Yeah, I'll pay it.
AJ paying the
35.
400?
I'm definitely paying it.
Maya 400?
Mm, yeah, probably get it cheaper somewhere else. Yeah.
Hmm. All right, I'll pay the 400. I ain't got no problem with that.
I'm still waiting
Especially,
for
especially,
this first batch
especially,
to go out.
Yeah, especially if you could trade in your four
I'm not
and
trading
not
my
half
four.
of that price off.
I'm not trading my four in.
No, I'm keeping this forever. I didn't put
Yeah,
stickers on it and everything. It's
yeah,
mine.
I'm good. My PlayStation is a special edition one too. It was only
Oh,
like it was only like 10,000 of them made. So nah, I'm good.
Mine was it's like a sham, but not really. I mean, I could care less either way because the one that I got was the what was it? Maybe the 2K. Was it 20?
mm-mm. You
19
talking
or
about you got the 19 one.
yeah. I don't play basketball, so excuse me. Uh, yeah, I got the 2K19 edition, and I was lucky. Well, okay, well, I was blessed because I got off of eBay and I was praying to the Lord to please let it be the actual PlayStation and it work properly.
And not a brick
And
in a box.
no,
Somebody ain't
I
gonna die tonight.
facts. Because it was half the price. So I spent uh maybe like 250, 265 at max with the warranty. Um, and when I got it, it was like, oh yeah, it should come with the game, the system, the controller, blah blah blah. It didn't come with the game. I could care less. Like I said, I don't play basketball. I was just praying that it worked. It worked, and then there's like a PlayStation Plus code in there. Child, that
Hmm.
thing said this is not the code for the origin of your country. Okay.
Mm.
So I was like, well, that's fine with me,
You got that
And
Korean.
Mm-hmm.
here we are. So I don't mind paying the 400. Uh, but like I said, I'll probably find it cheaper somewhere else because my mama taught me better. So, uh,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll yeah, I'll probably drop to 400. That's not a bad price.
yeah.
But moving on.
Says, I don't think a console should ever go over 400, and I totally agree.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Next one. In case any PC gamers um are interested, you can get your COVID gaming bundle for $30. Pink, can you drop that link for me? You can go there, read about it. There's some great games on the COVID gaming bundle, but it's not just the games. It's also ebooks, comics, and more.
That's
And these games that I'm showing now are just some of the games that's on that, and it's just $30. So yeah, some good games. Most of them that I read was like turn based, but there's some good hot ones. Like Super Hot is a good critically acclaimed game. The Witness, which was it was on PS Plus a while ago, like maybe good year or two ago. And I picked it up. It's okay. Um, but they got Jackbox Party Pack 2 on there as well, and some
Oh,
other
okay.
great turn-based games as well as strategy games and all this, that, and the third. So if you want to get the COVID gaming bundle, and that's what it's called, the COVID gaming bundle, it's $30. Go pick that up. Um, get your ebooks, comics, all of that good stuff with the bundle. Um, Speaking of which, did y'all see the story about the Asian couple that named their newborn child COVID and
Yes,
Corona?
last night I
Wow.
said, "Wow." Yes,
I didn't
Corona
see
and
that.
Corvette twins. Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I thought that was pretty. That was that was ridiculous, but that was a good way to keep positivity in the world by
It
naming your
really
kids
did.
after a virus. Uh,
Yeah. After a virus? Nah.
all right. So that was some quick news. Uh, would y'all pay $30 for this great and amazing bundle?
I mean, yeah, I would.
Okay.
I
Um,
have no issue with it.
I would just want to see what
I
the
only get it
ebooks
for
and the comics are.
Jackbox.
Mm,
Well, it's got Tropico
Jackbox, the
4.
comics, and ebook.
Yeah,
mm,
just the
Mm,
comics and the ebooks alone is worth the 30. But you add video games and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that to it. I mean,
Shoot,
mm,
that's the steal deal right there.
yeah, you be playing
mm.
for all of the quarantine shit.
Mm-hmm. You
All
would
right.
never get bored.
mm.
Speaking of
Nah, I
games
get bored.
and getting bored, so far this has been the year of the goddamn delaying games.
Yeah,
So
For
many
real.
fucking
unfortunately.
games have been delayed. Cyberpunk was delayed uh,
Yeah.
earlier, but that was for a completely different reason. Um, and now we got two games delayed because of the COVID-19 quarantine. So Minecraft Dungeons. Um, when I did the story Tuesday, they delayed it till May. Um, just because sales will probably be down, and they wanted to release it when shit blew over. Um, is this going to be pushed back even more? Probably. But then also later in the week, it was announced by Naughty Dog that Last of Us 2 is going to be pushed back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Part of it is because they still want to work on it
A
and
lot of
finish
people
it.
feel some type of way about that
Mm-hmm.
because they was looking forward to it. Everybody was
Yeah.
talking about it, hyping it
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I was
well, you
almost done
know,
paying my
shoot,
pre-sales. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
right? I'm
That's
like,
why I do not pre-order. I don't. You never
I
know.
I
Just
pre-ordered
never
for
know.
certain games, man. I got to because I was gonna get that special
mm-hmm.
edition. I wanted that
Nah.
Ellie stuff, man. I wanted the trophy and everything. I wanted to sit on my desk and be proud when I play Last of Us Part Two. But Last of Us Part Two has been delayed to November. So
Right around consoles.
so
Which, yeah, it'd be good because everything, the new console drop, the holiday season,
Hmm.
it's just going to be crazy
Mm-hmm.
for games. So,
I think it's
yeah,
Yeah.
gonna
I
be
ain't too much
conspiracy.
hating on it.
I find it could be a conspiracy. I don't think Last of Us Part Two is going to drop for PS4. I think it's going to drop for PS5, and that's going to be a launch title. I see
Yeah.
what Sony's
That's gonna
doing.
be the big.
I
It's gonna
see,
be the big launch title.
I see what Sony's doing. They forcing people to go
They're
out.
gonna make it a bundle deal. Hell, might
Hmm.
turn
Exactly.
it into an
Yep.
edition.
They're going to
Yep. That's what they're
say
gonna. I see what Maya talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Sony got a bundle for the PlayStation 5
it's going to be
with
called
The
the
Last of
COVID
Us,
19.
with The
Oh my
Last of
god.
Us, with the Last of Us bundle. You get the PlayStation 5. It's gonna come as the Last of Us. It's not gonna be black, but it's gonna say the Last of Us on it with Lily on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Sony, you ain't playing nobody, and that was gonna be $600 because you
Yeah.
get
Fuck no. Why are you paying
Well,
$600 for that?
okay. I wouldn't say
500
say
maybe. I can see 500.
yeah.
But 600? No, no, I don't see that. 500 only because they're gonna make you pay like $40 for the design, $60 for the game, and then 400 for the regular system. 600 is like you overkilling, nigga. You got to give me something for that 100.
But
Um,
I feel like they will probably do that for Dying Light too, if that hasn't been pushed back
or if
as
like
well.
Last of Us 2 had a VR capability and it came with the VR headset, then I'd be like, oh, I'll drop the $600 for that.
Right.
Like, here, take my money. But for just the game and the console, nah, I'm cool. Um, Last of Us Part 2 will be out in November. Minecraft will be out whenever the fuck this shit stops. Um, Pinky was saying it, and then I was also looking on the news. There seemed to be a decrease of COVID activity.
Hmm.
People
That's because
finally
people
started
want to
to
stay the fuck home.
exactly. People started to stay the fuck
Mhm.
home.
And they don't wash their hands and shit. They nasty.
Yeah. People need to stay the fuck home, and also a lot of stores are saying, "Yo, if you sick, don't come in our stores."
People do it anyway.
Or
Send
don't
a
come to
family
work.
member or
Period.
something.
I actually saw a news story, in local news story, where a store actually kicked people out that were coughing and sneezing excessively. So stores are being
Mhm.
aware of what you're doing in these stores, and
Oh
they are
yeah,
saying
you
like
have
straight up,
to.
Mm,
"Yo, you sound
Even at
sick."
my job, they checking temperatures now, and
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
temperature of 104 or above. Yeah, they kick you out.
yeah.
You can't come back until they said what
Until
72
everything
hours.
drop.
Mm-hmm.
Until
Hmm.
your fever break.
The
No one run that
Walmart
time.
out here said that if you have that over, you can't come back until they breaks or somebody else in, and they only
Hmm.
letting 10 people in at a time.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do what you got to do. So hopefully, like Pinky said yesterday on her stream, hopefully now that it's getting warmer, um, and the heat kills germs, which is why we don't have the flu during the summer as much. Um, Hopefully now that it's getting warmer, a little bit warmer. Here it's not getting warmer at all. But in your respective states, hopefully it's getting
Right.
warmer, and it's killing off the COVID. I think it's like you need to be above 100 for a virus to die,
Hmm.
which is why dogs don't catch it because their body temperature is always at above 100. Um, so hopefully when it gets warmer or whatever, that kills off a lot of germs.
It's
If this thing isn't done by the end of May, best to believe this shit is gone into June because it gets hot out in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like 105 degrees.
Yeah.
And
So,
also,
It's
um,
getting warmer faster this because I think last year we had a longer spring than in a shorter summer. This year, spring actually started early, so I think we'll have a longer summer. So
well, also remember
well,
hopefully
that
better.
we got to keep
we are
remembering that
witness.
Mother Nature is kind of like that teacher in high school. The bell does not dismiss you. I dismiss you, niggas.
Yeah, true.
So,
yeah,
Yep.
you can
yeah.
call it spring. Here's the snow, nigga. So,
Yeah.
so we got to be mindful of that too. But Pinky is right. It did start really early because I was hoping for some snow and all of this stuff. And
Don't say that word to our Mother Nature. Hear you.
uh, look,
Mhm.
we got to remember this is my first time. This is me and my fiance's first living together in our home. Like both of our names are on leases and things like that. So we wanted to have like a nice romantic snow day in our home that we
Well, you're
purchased.
going to the beach.
Right.
Nah, I don't
Right.
want
Pretty
snow.
much.
I mean, it's still like the temperature here hasn't like gone up or anything like that. It's still like it's hitting 50, and sometimes it drops down to
So
36. So,
shoot, don't come to Atlanta.
well, I'm hoping
Facts.
for that snow. One good snowfall before it is all said and done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then spring can come and do whatever the fuck it wants to. My trees know something that I don't know though, because they're all blooming like it ain't fucking 45 degrees outside. Um, we have a cherry blossom in front of our yard, so it's like cherry blossom leaves all over the fucking place.
I had one at my childhood home, and I miss that.
I don't.
Memories.
I
I
don't,
do.
because the way that our house is
Because
set
you
up,
gotta clean them.
exactly. And when you walk into
Mine
our
was in the
house,
backyard.
no, ours is directly in the front, and all of those leaves, and it's huge. So all of the little petals or whatever, whenever you walk into the house, they track into the house. So like if you go into my living room and in the dining room, it's like nothing but these little petals all over the fucking floor. So we have to sweep every fucking day. It's a fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I digress. Um, COVID is ruining shit for everybody. So what
Mm-hmm.
this basically I wanted to talk about was where we have the one story about COVID bundles, and how
Mm-hmm.
being stuck in the house, the only thing you can do really is play video games. You would think that the community or the industry is making a lot of money now because you buying games. That's the only thing you can do. But with this one, we see kind of like the downside of it. We see it ruining launch titles. Um, Launch dates are now being delayed.
Getting pushed back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the games that we wanted to play, we gotta
Delayed.
wait.
But I mean, and it's kind of fine because it gives us, because you always have to think about the price side of stuff. It's giving us time to marinate on the games that we have already, because we're so quick to move on to the newest thing. As soon as we get something, oh my god, like we was talking about Call of Duty. It came out last year, but we still get new content. The next one is supposed to be coming out, this late fall, early winter, and we gonna miss out on that because we done moved on to the new thing. So this is giving us a chance to just chill, hang out with what we have now, enjoy it, get our money's worth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at the bright side of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going on with all of this stuff. Next couple months. I always said um, May is probably when the quarantine stuff is going to stop and people can actually go outside. They can have groups of at least 50 or more again. Um, I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna
Act
wait.
together.
I'm gonna wait for the next podcast because when I do the next podcast, let me look at this date real quick. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that
Also,
after. But when I look at the date, the
Because
next podcast is gonna be 19th. Yeah, that's a good time. Um, then I'll be able to, you know, say certain stuff.
we got birthdays coming up, don't we? Because Green's first, then mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm. So yeah. Things are coming up. Um, so hopefully everything breaks at least by the
I
30th.
sure hope so, because I got plans and I ain't got time to be fucking around with people who can't even stay at home for a damn virus. I can't. I
Well, wasn't it
can't. I
you
can't.
or Pinky that was talking about B Simone had a birthday party? A whole ass birthday party?
That was
Yesterday.
Pinky.
Okay.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She had a
And
whole ass
she's the
birthday party?
reason why we still in this shit, because she don't listen. Like, okay, I
But she
understand.
started. I think her birthday started from the clips I seen. She said she was going to do it on IG Live with all her fans just be on
Yeah.
IG Live.
That's a
But
lot.
it turned
For
out
the fans in there.
to be, it turned out to be a full blown party.
Mm,
And I
I would
bet
have
you she
locked
got a
my
lot of
doors.
fucking
I would have told people to go home. I would like, you can't be here, instead of letting everybody in, because now you're making yourself available to the virus, and then you gonna feel some type. Damn,
Because
shouldn't have let them in. Shouldn't, like, you will have regrets about that. Like all the spring breakers going to
Florida,
fucking Miami,
yep, and
mm,
they
like,
all got.
and saying like, well, the virus not gonna stop me from partying. Yes, the fuck it is. You gonna be
They
in the
stopped half
hospital.
of them.
well,
They
Mm-hmm.
that's
stopped a
not.
lot of them.
I used to think that that was their fault. I don't anymore. Um, that's the government's fault. Florida
They
has
just
But I'm
reopened
saying,
up.
like, if
no,
they're
no, no.
telling you to stay home, don't travel, don't
No.
do it.
Asking you and telling you are two different things. They're asking that you stay home. They need to do what places like Detroit did, what Maryland did, what a lot of other states did. They Maryland,
That
the
shit what New
Maryland governor
Jersey
pretty
did.
much said we were asking you before. Now we're telling you to stay in the house.
Nah, they issuing fines out here. If you ain't in the house
Yeah.
at
But
a
they're
certain
not doing that
time,
for
you get a
Florida.
I think
Florida
what
State.
they're doing now for Michigan, I think our curfew was 12. I think they moved it to 10, but don't quote me. I've seen that somewhere, but don't quote me.
Well, in Florida, it's not a question of, you know, you think about it like this. And for instance, Baltimore. If you go down to the harbor, there's only a few stores that are open, and those stores are essential. They're food places. Anything that's not a food place, they're not open. And then at the same time, their dining room is not open. You can't go in. You need a car in order to get food
yeah.
from the places. Any kind of like McDonald's or something like that, you're not
You
going
gotta
inside to
go
order. You got to go through the
drive
drive-through.
through.
Right. It's
All
always drive
parks
through.
are like certain parks are
Yeah,
closed.
they shut down the parks. But
all
what state
national
was
parks are
that?
closed.
It's a whole
They
bunch of
shut
states that's
down
doing that.
the parks. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing it here in Michigan yet. Don't quote me.
They probably
I
did it
gotta
already.
read into it. Yeah,
So that's what
I'm pretty
Florida
sure they
should have did.
did.
They should have said, "Look, we're closing all the beaches." Like,
I mean, but
Yeah.
which makes sense because
Right.
kids, their immune system, are
It ain't that
pretty
great.
good. Yeah. So, oh no, I'm talking about for kids. It's pretty good because you got to think about it. They playing with other kids. They around
I'm talking about the
germs
younger
and stuff like
ones.
that. Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you talking about
Yeah. No,
nah,
but I'm talking about like my kids' ages and stuff. They're pretty pretty sturdy.
nah,
Mm-hmm.
pimping.
So they can hold that germ and take it to grandma house, granddad house. You know what I'm saying? Mom and dad, and then
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of mess can happen. So shutting down the parks, hey, if you
they
gotta
just
do it.
Shut down the beach. Like,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
y'all not
they
gonna
just
miss the beach.
reopened up
But
Myrtle Beach just yesterday.
and
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They should
I
stop
seen where
doing
they
that
said
shit.
like the governor, I forgot of where
North
was
Carolina. He just
yeah, they
he
shut
reopened.
down everything,
He
but then the next day
he
open up a beach.
yeah, because it was spring break and they
What
needed that
sense does
money.
that make? Why are you
They
putting
needed
people
that
in
money.
danger?
They need that money. The
Mm,
governors need that money. So that's why the beaches are open.
No, because you don't get money for beaches open. That's
you
the whole problem.
don't.
I'm
But they're
talking about
getting
The
money because
beaches are free.
people are contracting the COVID and they're charging for every little thing for medical expenses. Hell, even a glass of water, $50. It, that's just an example.
I will say
But
this: I don't like the governor of Maryland at all. I think he's a fucking idiot at times. One thing I will give him credit for though is that he was very stern about this shit. He was pretty much like, "Look, cops are pulling you over. If you don't have a letter to say that you're going to an essential job that
mm,
details what your essential job is and what time you're working and what time you need to be home, or B, if you're not getting groceries, food, or something like that for your household, you're getting fined or you're serving time. One of the two. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Parks, done.
there
You
you go.
exercising, that's fine, whatever, whatever, but you need to be gone at a certain time. He's basically saying, we need to keep you in the house as much as possible. We were asking, now we're telling you. So that's how every state should be. Florida should be closing their fucking
so much
beaches.
nerve.
California should be closing their beaches. Everybody should be closing their beaches. All these little spring
Pretty much.
breakers. Niggas, you already out of school. Colleges are closed.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So what do you
Hmm.
need a spring break for? Spring break your ass in the
Who
house.
knows? Who knows? Like I seen this YouTuber. Um, this was in March, and she was like, "Yeah," because she's in Virginia, and I guess their spring break is early, and this is before everything was like on lockdown, and stuff like that. And she was like, "Well, me and my friends are gonna go to Cancun, Mexico." I'm like, why?
Right.
Airports are closed.
For why? For what? You don't need to go to Mexico. And she was like praying, that the COVID don't fuck everything up. I was like,
You gon'
You fucking it up.
um. She was like, I
Right.
pray, that we don't get stuck in Cancun because that will just ruin everything. I'm like, then why are you going in the first place if you hoping you don't get stuck?
Stop
And
blaming COVID. COVID is
I
just
think
living
they
his best life.
went for like just for like a few days. But I'm like, even in that few days, everything can happen so quickly. Um, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, like she got cute and everything. I'm like, okay, that's cool and all. I was like, but you're sitting here acting like you can't contract the virus. You're just like when those people are like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me, and then it happens to you. Like I feel like she's that type of person, and I'm just like, that's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. And I was seeing, I don't know if this is true or not. Don't quote me. This is allegedly, okay. I seen somewhere that Germany was so serious about this that they let lions roam through their streets.
Oh no, I don't think that's so much true.
It's
I
Germany.
I,
That's
I
that's
did
what I
I
hear
don't
said
about
know. It
that.
might
allegedly.
be.
That's what I said allegedly.
It's
I
Germany.
I
mean,
don't know
low
what's going
key,
on over there,
yeah. Because I'm thinking,
but
you know how we see like deers and stuff just roam, just because it isn't happening. Because I say the hood, so I didn't see a deer or two. I'm like, sir, what are you doing over here? So I think it may be one of that, and then you know how people like to put their spin on it. So I I,
mhm.
I want to lean toward more than that. I don't. I'm hoping they just
I
won't
like I
put
said,
just
I don't
lions.
know. I don't
No.
know if it's true or not. That's why I said allegedly. It's a rumor. I don't
Well,
know. But
No.
basically, they were saying that, like of course, like they got the like zoo caretakers and stuff like that to release them for
You're
anybody
king.
that comes out during
I believe it.
quarantine. I'm like,
I
you're
believe it.
fucked either way because you can contract it
Mhm.
or turn around and get eaten by a lion. So,
Look,
like I said,
Now,
it's probably not true, but
in India,
it
this story is true because I've seen it with my own eyes.
it was
But
hilarious.
might be the
India,
same thing. It might be that green. Go ahead and say it. It might be the
in India, the police are actually going around cracking niggas with a fucking bamboo stick. If they catch you in the street, they was whooping ass, yo. Like
I was crying when I see that.
I was like, Jesus Christ! Like they was
The
showing,
hell out of
hey,
them.
it was
I
like three
they
appreciate
want
dudes.
y'all to stay in the house.
Nah,
They want them to stay in the house. So if y'all ain't gonna listen, I got this bamboo
that
stick
dude.
for your behind.
I don't know if they was throwing a
He threw
party
the
or
stick across
what,
the freeway. He
but
threw the stick across the freeway. I cried.
man,
Because he was on, he was on, because they was all on the moped. So, uh, it was two people riding a moped on the opposite side of the freeway, and then the guy with the stick, he was riding on the back of the moped with a guy, and he couldn't reach the two that was on the other side. So he looked like he was getting ready to hit him, but he realized like, damn, I can't reach him. So he threw the damn stick across it
Hey,
yes.
India throwing drive-by whoopings out.
and beating the hell out of men. I'm like, it couldn't be me. I had to get off that damn bike and beat the hell out of somebody. But what do you do? What do you
Common
do?
Look,
You get
sense.
beat.
They tell you to stay in the house, but they ain't trying to listen. So
And I'm
man,
about to
No,
find
no.
this.
I
And
I saw the video of the police showed up to this. I would say it's just a building, and they were telling people to come out, get out, and it was like maybe a good 20, 25 people in there, and every man that came out of that place, they whooped the bricks out of them, like in a full-fledged line, like whop, get out, whop, come on, whop, like.
here it is
it's
right here.
you know how you get them bad report cards as a kid, and you know you can't go home with that report card in your hand. So you
Yes.
try to do everything in your power not to go home. That's
Oh
what it
my
was looking like.
god.
Man, they were not playing. Like these cops were just ass whoopings.
I'm
Get
about
your
to put this
ass
in
at
our
home.
chat right now. I did my I'm gonna send it to you Discord.
Okay.
Oh Lord, this is hilarious. This is what I seen last night.
They was whooping
Bricks.
ass, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was there was
Excuse me.
no like I could just feel, and you know, Indian police officers, they hit way worse than any other officers I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like they hit you with no abandon for your well being. Like they don't care. And these cops were swinging like they were playing baseball
They put
on your
full
ass.
force into him.
They didn't give a fuck. All right. So
They said
I'm just saying we
take
need
your
that
butt
in
home.
America.
Yeah.
We
Stop.
I
don't.
just think people
No,
not
I need
taking it
that.
no,
seriously
no.
here.
Look,
We already got that. That's police brutality. You
no,
see where
I'm
that's
not talking
going?
about police
No.
brutality. What I'm talking about is niggas who want to be out in these streets partying. Like for instance, in my gated community, there's this family. I won't say what color they are. You probably already know. Um, but they was having like a little shindig where they was smoking the little veggies and playing loud music.
That
If only an
Mexican
Indian police officer
candy.
came by just to empty the house out, things would be a lot better. You know, just be like, hey, come on out. I need to speak to you. Wow, don't you know this is COVID-19? Get your ass at home.
Shoot, I wish they were here. Man, you got kids, and I'm talking about big kids, little kids, and of all ages. Okay, running, ripping and running up and down this damn apartment complex. Like,
Mm-hmm.
ain't no damn virus. And I'm just like, I, I know. Listen, I know I'm wrong. Okay, I shouldn't be thinking this, but I'm like, I hope when y'all asses catch it and it spread. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. Literally, they be ripping and running until midnight, loud as hell. Their parents
Ain't
don't
got no
care,
bedtime now.
and I'm just like, I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, how can you? I understand, like, you want your child to have a social life, but this is not the time
Nah,
nor
nah.
the place.
Your
So,
child is a child. Children don't have a social life. You're just
well,
there.
they have friends apparently here, and they be
Mm,
roasting the fuck out of each other. It's
FaceTime.
hilarious. Anyways, besides the point.
FaceTime.
Um,
Fortnite. Do those things.
I don't think all these kids here have an iPhone, but
Hey, get on
um,
Fortnite. Play that shit.
if that's the case, their asses would be inside. I don't think they got a gaming system where they probably do, and their parents be like, "Go outside. I can't deal with you.
Be like
Why are you,
for the next 30
you
days, your best
know,
friend is Deadpool. Have fun with that.
like, why are you making your children susceptible to this virus, and then come back now
Because
you
they don't
like
want to do it.
now you pissed?
Because they don't want to do it during the day. Because they used to be at school during the
Well,
day.
that's that.
Yeah.
Listen, then you
So,
shouldn't have. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you shouldn't have had them if you that stressed out,
so now with this
frustrated.
virus,
And,
now they
and,
got now they home.
what
Yeah.
So they
else? Tie him up and duct tape him to a chair.
Mm.
Like, please don't do that.
That's
But,
child abuse. That's child abuse. Don't do that.
well, not necessarily, because nobody will know. But,
Still child abuse. Whether someone knows or not.
please don't take my word for this. This is all alleged, okay? Anyways, but I'm just saying, if they're that rowdy, at least find for them something to do. That, you know, inside the house. Family game night, if they're up for that. Give them their
Mm-hmm.
phone back. Like,
Give them the console.
Yeah, I saw some of you
right,
parents doing some
something.
ruthless shit during this quarantine, and y'all fucking disgusting me with that shit. How y'all gonna take the boy's PlayStation away from him during quarantine? It'd be like, I don't know why he's acting up, because you took the only thing he can do. Like,
Man.
give that man his goddamn PlayStation back and let him
Right.
fucking enjoy
Fucking
himself.
played what's that game? Twister. God damn it. Something. Like, don't just be having these little kids running around here. Because there's people around here and not even that. But we don't want no damn virus. No.
Now's the time to teach them things that you always wanted to teach them. Shit.
Right.
You trying to get that little man into anime or that little girl into anime? Now's the time to do it.
There's a whole lot of anime on. They
Yeah,
be dropping anime
I
left and
agree with
right.
that, Bridge.
Netflix know
I
that.
honestly
Netflix know what the
do.
fuck they doing.
And it's sad, and that's why we still have ongoing cases because people aren't taking it seriously. We like what fucking tripled China at this point, and
Well,
it's
We
like
have.
it's sad. It's honestly sad.
well, I
And
think it's
then
because
you
we're
have
introverts. Maybe that's why we see it in a different path. We don't see it through the
Hmm.
extrovert.
probably so,
We're
probably
introverts,
so,
so people aren't.
but
Oh,
it's just like
Bridge said people aren't taking things seriously enough. Stay in the house as much as you can. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
people not gonna do that because they just have this itch to go outside and fucking you know go get ice cream from McDonald's if that ice cream machine ain't broken, or
Um,
have the feeling of going to wherever just to go.
I'm guilty of
They
that.
don't
I'll
want to
be
sit
honest with you.
still, huh?
I'm guilty of going to McDonald's just for ice cream.
Man, if you don't get a blender and make your own,
No, nigga, I want a fucking McFlurry. The fuck?
You know.
you can make your own McFlurry. You got ice cream at the house, don't
What
you?
if I want a caramel frappe?
Then you better learn how to make it on your own.
Them kids.
McDonald's is right down the street.
Yeah, Bridge, I understand that completely. And that's why, like, you know, like some of my friends that have kids, they're like, oh my gosh, Lord, if this child don't. And I'm like, there's plenty of things that, from a babysitter to a parent, there is plenty of things you can do with your children. You can build a fort, you can do camping inside, you can fucking have a movie night and do like movie trivia questions, or whatever the case may be.
Teaching about
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
stocks
get
and
a
bonds.
fucking coloring book offline. You know what
That
I'm
rain.
saying?
Oh,
Like,
you heard me? My
make kids
bad.
play
I,
around the house.
yes, that's
And see, that's
hilarious.
fine. That's Rich. That's completely fine because they're gonna tire themselves out. Or have them run like a little boot camp or something and make
Yeah,
them do
make
push-ups. While saying the alphabet. I don't fucking know. Just something.
Teach them how to do
Okay.
your
turn your
taxes.
if you got a big enough house, turn your house into an obstacle course.
Right.
Hell no.
Shoot, if you got Nerf guns, hey, listen, you got a whole fucking
Mm-mm.
paintball session.
No,
You
but
know
that's
what
You
I'm
out for
gotta.
saying?
that.
Teach them about real estate.
Hmm. That's a she got the Nerf guns over there. We'll go over there. We ain't no.
Teach them about equity.
Hell, teach them how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, shit. It's something
They ain't gonna sit there
they
for
need in
long.
the long. They're probably not
But
gonna
they,
sit down for that, but you gotta figure it out.
How
they
about you
ain't
Figure
gonna
it
teach?
out.
sit there for long.
How about you teach them not to buy a whole bunch of toilet paper and instead just wash your goddamn ass? I'm so sick and tired of seeing. That's the only thing I'm getting from this whole thing is I'm
It'll
tired of
freeze that.
seeing
Use up all toilet paper
these
instead
niggas are
of
sitting there
washing
giving
their
lessons on how to wipe your ass with toilet paper that they done bought 90,000 fucking rolls of. But the shelves for body wash, soap, tampons, and everything else is fully stocked in a motherfucker. So you niggas are wiping your ass, but you ain't washing it. And I don't
But
understand.
not taking showers.
What the
right.
fuck
But
is
not
going
taking
on
showers.
here? Like, are you saying that
Yeah.
because you're in the house you don't have to take a shower? Please let me know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I think the
That,
thing with us is that, and I'm not saying China wasn't like, in panic or anything, but they definitely, pretty much almost every country except for us, handled it pretty well. And yet, and this is why we're the laughing stock because we're fucking buying up
Ooh, excuse me.
toilet paper instead of, listen, okay,
because
to
Orange Man in office.
Susan, Karen, fucking Grandma Ebony. All right.
You said
Stop
Grandma
it.
Ebony.
Yes, I sure did. Stop it. Okay. Like I seen this video of this. I don't know where they were, but it was fully stocked of toilet tissue. It looked amazing. Okay. Um, this um man, I'm gonna say that. Okay, pushed this elderly woman out the way while he was on the phone to grab toilet paper. Man, that old lady done fucking bopped this dude like she was a mountain goat. Hilarious. I'm like,
And to, and to the people that bought all that toilet paper and don't have nothing to do
so
with your
much
kids,
before the shutdown, they already know how to entertain themselves. Oh,
for
well,
for the people that bought all that toilet paper and don't know what to do with it and don't have nothing to do with your kids, this is what you do.
Or to somebody that need
No,
it.
Turn
no, you give it the toilet.
nope,
I know what you're about to say. No, you don't do
turn
that.
your
You
house,
don't do that. Because I will come
turn
to
your
your house and
house,
I will
take all the
backhand
toilet
slap
paper,
you.
take all the toilet paper, right, turn it into a little paintball field with
No,
Nerf guns.
no, nigga. You leave that toilet paper at the store so somebody who can actually use it can use that. You know what the fucked up
That
shit
part.
about this whole thing? I saw so many videos of people taking toilet paper rolls, making a nice little thing, and then making cats jump over it. And that shit pissed me the fuck off. Cause you know what those cats are gonna do right after that fucking video? They're gonna rip that shit to shreds. And you motherfuckers have sat there and bought all the toilet paper in the world to make cat videos? My nigga, I am sitting here like, yo, I need to go to Target and get me some toilet paper. Oh, ain't no toilet paper there. Let me go to Walmart. Ain't no toilet paper there. Let me go to Wise. Ain't no toilet paper there. So now I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I got 13 rolls of toilet paper left in here. Hopefully I'm good. But you know, maybe in the next 2 weeks, I'm down to 2 rolls and I need to go pick me up a pack. But guess what? None in the fucking stores because you niggas want to sit there and play with your cats and make cat videos and shit and have cats jumping on piles of fucking
that's
toilet paper
all
rolls.
Barbara and Sandra is doing, making stupid cat videos, and I'm just like,
Like, no.
it it
Don't listen to AJ.
upsets me to my core because the pictures that people were taking when it first came out, and it had like 13 cases of like the 30 extra plushie rolls, and I'm like, y'all don't need all of that. And then saying like y'all can't return it because by the time COVID is over, your 30 days or however long it is will be up.
It's over.
So now you stuck with a bunch of toilet tissue that you ain't got shit to do with, and you can't resell it because you're gonna get in trouble. So
No,
Well, look, I'm not a
no,
no,
not
woman.
really, not really. Because there's some people selling their toilet paper on Facebook right now.
Look,
mm,
I'm not a woman.
well,
But one of the excuses that I got was that women use it for in case they miss out on tampons. I'm not a woman, so I don't know how well that works. Maya and Pink, you can speak on it. But
it depends.
if you're using toilet paper for tampons, just let you know
Well,
that there's tampons in the store fully stocked. Like I've seen it myself. So
I don't use tampons. I'm more of a pad girl.
I mean, either way.
Um, even if I did run out of pads and stuff, like toilet, like I make it um let's see sustainable enough to at least hold me for a good 45 minutes to an hour. I don't use a lot, but it's a certain amount I use just to get a nice little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Until you get some.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it, like I said, it's not a lot, but it's not like 2 to 3 sheets. That shit will bleed through. No.
I
So
mean, not if you get Bounty. Don't you see the commercials? That shit wipes up anything, and it holds a lot.
Shut
that's a
up.
whole ass lot. Anyways, I'm not using paper towels. But tissue can be a great substitute. The only thing is don't overdo it for the simple fact that your lady parts will get cotton mouth. Um,
Cotton mouth. Wait, your lady
Mouth.
parts gets
Wait,
cotton
hold
mouth.
up.
What?
Hold back.
Hold
Wait a
on.
yeah,
minute.
And why is Pinky so
that's the
quiet?
best way I could describe it. Like she'll be extra dry, if you will. Um,
I mean, I ain't
she
doing
won't have no
nothing. So I mean,
moisture.
Mm,
um,
I'm just saying you don't have to use toilet paper for your. But whatever. We'll move on to the next story. I'm just saying.
no, I don't. I'm just saying, if the women and the I don't want to sound offensive, but the I'm not gonna say it, but the people who are becoming a woman, I would phrase it like that, so happen just to be like, oh my god, my pads, oh my, well, they probably use tampons, but we fucked either way because there ain't no more toilet, and you know,
But
like I
that's
said, if it ever
fully.
does come to that,
It's toilet
you know,
paper and tampons. I mean, it's tampons and pads fully stocked. I don't. I haven't heard of y'all running out of those. So you don't have to buy toilet
well, I
paper
mean, it
for that
comes
shit.
once a month, so
Right.
unless you got
It's,
irregular shit, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can always go to the store and find tampons or pads fully stocked. So y'all can stop buying
that's
all the toilet paper.
nasty.
I'm just saying.
I just realized that's nasty. Okay, anyway.
But going on to the next story. And I know Maya and Pinky were very happy and excited about this. All of your favorite Mario classics are
Oh,
going
yes.
to be remastered and placed on the Switch. Um,
Yes.
Super Mario Odyssey is already on the Switch, correct? Because
Yeah, I
I'm
believe
not
that
sure.
was one of their titles,
I'm not
wasn't it the first
sure.
title?
Yeah, it was one. It was the first
yeah, I
title,
believe
Yeah, yeah.
so.
but
Okay, so Odyssey is already on there, but Mario 64, which was I would say it was the most.
classic.
It was probably the first 3D open world kind of games that Mario has
Yeah,
ever had. Um, that's
yeah.
going to be on the Switch remastered. Mario Galaxy is supposed to be remastered. I did play Mario Galaxy before, and that was pretty fun too. And then
Yes.
some other Mario classics that they haven't announced is supposed to be on there. I don't know how far back it's going, but they just said a whole bunch of Mario classics. Um, so as you can see on the screen, they're doing a completely remastering of it. Better graphics, 2020 graphics, if you want to call it that. So it'll look a whole lot better, and they'll probably actually be able to add some new stuff to the games that wasn't in the first one.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope so.
I don't know about y'all, but when Mario 64 came out, I was too young to really appreciate the ability to do all the side missions and shit. So I've never been the type to get like, oh, I can play as Luigi or I can play as Yoshi on Mario 64. But now I guess it's going to be a little bit easier for y'all to do that. Um, what do y'all think? What are your concerns?
I don't
Honestly,
have any concerns.
yeah, me
It's
either.
just gonna make me
I'm
pick up a Switch.
for
Yeah,
that in all
I always want to
honesty
get one.
because listen, I love me some what was it, Super Mario Sunshine. That was besides that and Mario Kart Nintendo 64. Those were my jams. They already did like a remake of Smash Bros. And stuff like that. But
Hmm?
I'm looking more forward to Sunshine because to me that was a bomb ass game, and the fact that they're pretty much like updating it to um, modern times, if you will. I'm pretty excited about it because I mean, when it first came out, it didn't look bad at all. But now that they have better technology and all that good stuff, I think that these, I guess, remastered version of the classics, I think they're going to be a hit with a lot of people, and I think that's going to make the Nintendo sales go up, whether it's the Switch or the actual games. Um,
Can we
so
talk about the
I
fact
think
that the fucking what do you call it? The Joy Cons are like $80, which is ridiculous.
Are they?
Yeah, them bitches are like
I
$85.
didn't know that.
I was like, oh, you tripping. I was like, this is more than a fucking PlayStation controller. Jesus Christ. Um, so Maya already said hers will be Sunshine. Pinky, what game? What Mario classic would you want?
Honest with you, I'm gonna throw it all the way back. Super Mario World. I need that to be remastered, possibly.
Was that the one on Super
Oh,
Nintendo?
Yes.
Oh, I never
mm,
played it then.
You
I know
missed
exactly what you're
out.
talking about. That would be bomb.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
But
never played that one.
they kind of, I guess in a sense, like not fully like upgraded it, but like Super Mario Maker. There's like, I guess, like what you would see if they made the full game in 3D. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know certain levels are 3D, and some certain levels that people make are, the old school Super Nintendo way. So I think it can only get better. I don't see Nintendo fucking up anywhere. Um, I hope not. But yeah, I think they like certain games, like they give you a snippet of like what it would look like, you know, if they remastered it. And like I said, I think that's what Super Mario Maker was basically for. Because you could have it both ways. It's Burger King. You could have it your way, saying like
Mhm.
classic. You could do it 3D. Um, but honestly, I think this would be good for Nintendo. You know, because I know there's a lot of remastering going on. I don't know about that whole Call of Duty thing. I think not. But uh,
Just give me NW2.
yeah.
I'm straight.
Which one, AJ?
Give me NW2. I'm good for Call of Duty.
No, I'm talking.
Oh,
What
Modern
games
Warfare 2.
for Mario
Oh,
are you talking
Mario Kart 64. I need
Oh
Mario Kart
shit.
64. I
Yeah,
need
I
Mario
I
Kart
think that
64.
I think that definitely be good. Even though they have like
yeah, about to say.
Mario Kart Double Dash and Mario
Yeah, ain't
Kart
Mario Kart
8.
Deluxe 8 out? Like, isn't that
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically?
but it
Yeah.
don't it don't get it don't get no better than 60 than Mario 64.
yeah,
Mario's
yeah.
Kart is Mario Kart to me. It's all the same
Mm-mm.
shit. Same
Double
shit,
Dash was
different map.
alright. Mm.
I think the only one that I would be, well, not the only one, but the one that I would be interested in is playing Mario 64 again.
Mhm.
That was pretty much the only game I cared about on the N64 other than GoldenEye. Um,
Well, I mean,
but as far as Mario games, Mario 64 was the shit. What else game was the shit? Some other games they could remaster, Nintendo could do. I did see something about GoldenEye being remastered, and that might be out already. I don't know. If somebody knows, put in the comment section on YouTube.
Let me see.
Um, but GoldenEye was good, but I think Mario 64 will probably be the only classic one that I'm good with. I've seen some Mario's on the Nintendo Wii U that look pretty fun, but I never got the Wii U, so I don't know. Um,
yeah.
but the way that these look, I mean, yeah, Mario Galaxy, I'm not gonna get. I'll be honest with you. Sunshine, I probably won't get. 64 and Mario. What was they called? Super Mario World. That might be two games I get.
Mm-hmm.
I might get those two
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
games. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So no one. I didn't see a date of when he's supposed to drop, and they don't really even have a complete list of what games are supposed to drop. Or if they're going to be a bundle, or if they're going to be sold individually. We just know that Nintendo's like, fuck it, let's remaster everything and do it that way. Which will be good. Updated graphics on old games might be a good thing.
Mhm.
Might be
Yeah.
a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for those
The
remasters.
GoldenEye, 007 GoldenEye campaign remaster would be in 2 years.
Nobody wants the fucking campaign. You didn't give a shit about the campaign.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, well, fuck it. I don't want it then. Uh, Speaking of remasters, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster. I think that's the first game where they actually just did the campaign. Um, there's a couple. Well, we're all Call of Duty players. What do you gotta think about
Didn't
this?
care for it. Didn't care for
Um,
it.
Mm.
Open up the server.
Oh, and it's
I
$20 too.
mean,
Open up the server.
They're not gonna open up the server, and I think that's a good idea. They shouldn't open up the server.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why am I?
Warfare
I've
has
never really played.
so much content
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Why would I open up a brand new game, then give you a brand new server to play a game that already came out? Fucking multiplayer. When you have Modern Warfare current multiplayer right here working just fine. Like there's no point. And then also let's stop acting like we all love Modern Warfare 2 back in them days. That shit was the
I
most
never
unbalanced
played it.
bullshit.
So
It was
I like
unbalanced
the
in a
maps.
mug. Yeah,
That
I like the
was
maps.
yes, the maps and the weapons and the way that it made us feel was great,
that was life.
but the balance of it was horrible. Like that shit was
It
god
was.
awful.
I don't know what did. I don't know what Modern Warfare Euros.
Nigga 2,
I
the one we're
had
talking
fun.
about, the one I'm looking at on
I
the screen
had
right now, that bullshit.
I
Pinky,
had
which
fun.
one did we play that was remastered? Was that the first one, right?
Modern Warfare. Call of Duty
Yeah,
4.
yeah,
Modern Warfare.
yeah. Call of Duty 4.
Child. That was hilarious. We played that junk what, like 2 times? That was
Yeah. Because it was, even though was remastered, I kind of appreciate it, but it's nothing like
The original.
the original.
Yeah.
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 It like
That was
Modern Warfare 2 was and Modern Warfare 3. Those were the most unbalanced fucking games as far as combat ever. It was like everybody liked it because it was Call of Duty, but it was so unbalanced. Um,
that was had how many nukes that are dropped on them 2 games alone?
well, obviously it's because it was unbalanced because you haven't dropped a Nair nuke on the new one, so
A Nair
I'm
nuke.
a Nair nuke, okay, not one.
None of them thing.
So, and then also, I don't think it's a good idea to do multiplayer only because we're already in the Modern Warfare universe with this new Modern Warfare game. And then another Call of Duty game is coming out in a couple months. And they're
And
probably going to announce
Ghost.
that next month, which is May. So, um, there's no point in creating 3 or having 3 servers in one
Hold
year.
on, y'all.
So,
Yeah. So, okay, my question is, so it's not going to be what we assume to be Black Ops 5.
for
It's going
what?
to be,
We don't know
huh?
what it's going to be. If it's Black Ops 5, I'm sticking with Modern Warfare. I'm not even going to pick it up.
It better not. Mm-mm.
I'm probably not
It's
even going to
Okay,
pick it up.
but all right,
It's
but check this out, right? So, what if Black Ops 5 was like, it had like Black Ops? Okay, I like 1 and 2 better, in all honesty.
Yeah,
Well, I
one
like 2
was
zombies.
slapping.
Yeah. I like Black Ops 2 Zombies, right? So what if
Mm.
they had based it off of 1 and 2, back get that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Where the zombies actually were kind of scary a little bit, not gonna lie. Um, so would you get it if it was based off of 1 and 2 instead of doing like how they did? I'm gonna say, well, three was in, but how they did like 3 and 4 jumping on walls, climbing up random shit you don't need to be climbing and stuff like that. Would you get it then?
I'll let Pinky
Or
and
would
AJ answer first.
If it was based off 1 and 2,
Yeah. If Black Ops 5 was based off of Black Ops 1 and 2, would you still get it? Or
Now,
would
are
you
you
delay it?
saying like the continuation of that story?
I don't play the story,
Mm,
so I don't play the story until
kind
after
of
the
like
MVP.
continuation of the story, but basically, not a twist because that's how 3 and 4 came out. Like that didn't go so well. What I'm saying is, what if made it the same way they did Black Ops 1 and 2?
I didn't
Like,
care too much for two, but one, yes.
okay, so what if they had the campaign of Black Ops 1 and you
Yeah.
had Black Ops,
If a continuation of it, yeah.
yeah, and then
Hmm.
Black Ops 2 Zombies or whatever your favorite zombies
Yeah.
map is. If you
If they added all that, yeah. If it was based off the, like, as far as the campaign story of one and two, a continuation off of that, have the zombies and all that, yes, I will.
I think I would
Burnt
too.
it too much with 3 and 4
Yeah.
that I can't go back. That it is, I would be so iffy about it. You know what I'm saying? They would really have to like just
Yeah.
give it to me for free.
And Pinky
Pretty
has more
much.
patience than me because if it's called Black Ops, I'm not picking it up. I'm just not buying it. I'll
Okay.
be fine.
Okay.
I'm just sticking with Modern Warfare.
Because technically they would have to name it something else, to be honest with you, because if it is Black Ops 5, we'd be like, look, bruh, just let it die. So they would have to really rename it something else.
Right. Like Black
Mm-hmm.
Ops, the new age. Not okay. Well, it's just out there. All right. Black Ops, new age, or whatever. Something that's actually attract
So that's
people
going,
and be like, let me
yeah,
see
new
that.
Don't even put
new.
Black Ops in anymore. Just rename it something else and just tell me that it's a continuation of that story of one and two.
Or
Because
don't
they
make it a
really just burnt that
continuation.
out.
Just come up with a brand new story. Like that's
Yeah,
one
they
thing.
could do
Add
that.
on to
But
it.
on Maya's standpoint, what she said, if they was doing that, then they would have to rename it another name and just tell and say this is a continuation of one, between one and two. Um, but for the most part, of course, I would love for them to do a new story.
I
Yeah.
don't
I would just
really
be
I
like,
care for the story. I don't really care for the story. Just balance out the. If you're going to bring Warzone or Blackout back, balance that out and balance the guns and give us more maps. I don't really
and
care for the
AJ is
story.
one
I'll
of
play the story.
AJ is those players
I
that got us fucking Black Ops 4. He's the player that they pandered to because I buy
I
Call of Duty
played
games for the fucking
I
story mode.
played I played one Black Ops 1 Modern Warfare,
But you don't care about the
and
story, and
I
that's what
played
I'm
those
saying.
stories. I played those
I
stories,
didn't say
but
that you
after a
did play
while it
those
got
stories.
repetitive to me.
I said you don't
Mm.
care
I
about the stories. There's a difference.
Yeah,
You can
because
play
it
the
got
stories all
repetitive
day.
to me.
I
It
play the
got
stories in
repetitive.
NBA 2K. Do I care about it? No. So
But you only had one build. I have multiple builds,
it don't
so I had
matter. The
to
story
sit
still
through those
sucks.
cutscenes.
It doesn't matter. I can play the story and not care about it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that type of playing is why we got Black Ops 4. Because them niggas was like, yo, people saying they don't care about this story, so let's come out with a multiplayer only game. And then they came out with some trash that was Black Ops 4, and they fucked up the story. Like, where can we go from there? There's no sequel because there was no story. What are we gonna do? Have a sequel? We gonna come out with Black Ops 5 and then come out with and that story is a sequel to Black Ops 3?
Now, now
Completely
with
skip
the
4?
now with the name changing, they have to change the name.
They're not
They
going
have
to,
to.
and we know that.
They have to change the name.
They're not going
I'd
to.
rather have Ghost right now. I'd rather have Ghost 2 right
Yeah, I've been
now
said
before Black Ops 5.
they should have been came out with Ghost. Should have
I
came out with
like
that shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Ghost 2 instead of Black Ops 5 right now.
Let Black Ops die, yo. Black Ops is they
And
fucked
that's
it
just
up.
me being honest.
Black Ops was Black Ops
Yeah.
3 and
Cheers
4
to
was a
your
mistake.
honesty, but that's none of my business.
Well, I mean, Black Ops 3 and 4 was a mistake. They know it was a mistake, and they should let that
But
shit die.
it all started off of Advanced Warfare with the darn boost jump.
I mean, they
That's
know
how
that
we
shit.
got. That's how we got 3
hmm And then they tried to like incorporate one and two and
into
Black Ops
4.
3 with the zombie map having like origin and all that other stuff. Um, which I find like that's the part that I liked about Black Ops 3 is that the like the zombie map, like it's a mixture of Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, possibly shut up. And possibly Black Ops 1. That's it. Um as far as 4 goes, I felt like they strayed far from the light with this whole like Greek mythology type, zombie map, and then you got all these. You got the same. Well, okay, not for the Greek god stuff, but as far as the other maps, you still have characters, but in situations that wouldn't be uh what's the word I'm looking for, wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be not possible, but I guess it'll kind of be like hard to pull off or
Navigate through.
yeah, navigate because there's one map where they're in the office. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Why are they in the Oval Office? And it's like teleport, notation stuff throughout the map. I'm like, um, I don't know how I feel, but okay. So I feel like Black Ops 4 strayed the farthest than the rest of them. At least they tried to incorporate 1 and 2 and 3. Uh, but that didn't go so well. I did like the little extra game modes they had in there. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I don't play multiplayer on either
Mm.
one of them because it it's the wall jumping. In all honesty, I'm trying to shoot somebody and then they just run across the wall, jump down, dead. Like that's not even possible. You can even do that shit in real life. Like what? Like I understand it's a video game, but at the same time, it's just like kind of gives you false hope. Look, it's like I wish I could do that and try and boom, little Jimmy got his leg broke. Like
Mm, I don't know. Like 3 and 4 ruined it for me. Advanced Warfare ruined it for me. Not even on the multiplayer. I mean, yeah, multiplayer sucked ass, but the campaign itself sucked ass too. Um, Especially 3. God, that was god awful. Um, 2 was like, it was alright. It was fine. 1 was probably the best, and if they stuck with that story and just stuck with telling a compelling story based off of that first one, they would have been fine. They
mm-hmm.
could have went with Black Ops series for as long as the eye can see. However, they started fucking it up with 2 because they wanted to move into that whole space sci-fi bullshit, and for
And
at
I
least
hate it.
yeah, for like 4 years we telling them, yo, we don't like this shit, and for 4 years they kept coming up with this bullshit. They came out with Advanced
That's
Warfare, and we said we don't like it. They came out with fucking Black Ops 3. We said we don't like it. Then they came up with Infinite
What
Warfare. I don't remember playing that shit.
I don't remember
I didn't
playing it
pick
either.
it. I didn't even pick it up.
I can't even remember the story behind that shit. But I just
I
remember
didn't even pick
saying,
that one up.
we don't want this shit. And I think the only reason why people picked up Infinite Warfare was just to get the Modern Warfare remastered game.
Yes, that's the only reason, and I think
Mm.
that's the only reason. Yeah, we. I don't even think we played Infinite Warfare. We just played Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah, that's the
mm-hmm.
only reason why we picked up the game, which just to get that. We paid $80 to get the remastered. To let them know that
Mm-hmm.
we like the old game better. That's
That was the
wild.
only
Yeah.
reason.
And now, if they come out, I'm telling you, I swear, I'm saying it right here on the podcast. If they come out with a Black Ops, I'm not buying it. I will play Modern Warfare for 2 years straight until they come out with a sequel. And the other thing about Modern Warfare is that season 3 is Tuesday. So
Oh shit! I need to. Ooh, I don't want to get rid of my
Activision,
rank.
I will tell you, this has been the best year you have ever came out with a game. Not only did you say, fuck the season pass, seasons are now for free. Not only are we going to keep giving you this shit to earn it on your own, rather than you having to buy shit and all this other crap, but we're going to give you all the maps for free. We're going to give you brand new weapons for free. We're going to keep updating your shit. The second season just started in February.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beginning of April and already a new season's coming out.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. The new content. That's what I'm saying. I can appreciate this because they're keeping it fresh, and I can't see it. I can't see no mistakes happening. So, with people wanting multiplayer with the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, is no reason for it at all. There's no reason for it.
And this game so far has made me go like, yo, I'm getting back to the point where I want to buy special editions of shit now. I want to buy a
Yeah.
special edition of Modern Warfare. Like, if they come up with a sequel to this Modern Warfare, I would buy a special edition with the goggles and everything and be like, let's go. I'm down for it. Like, for real. Like, because that's how I felt with the first Modern Warfare. That's how I felt with the first Black Ops. And I've lost that passion after Black Ops 2. And I just have not bought anything after that. But with this one, I was like, damn, I would buy the complete edition. I would drop the 150 because this game
Now,
had
150
everything.
now.
I remember just playing the story to this shit, and it was like, God damn, they really sat down and did their job. They wrote a really good story to this.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay is perfect. I have no complaints. The guns, I mean, hardcore is bullshit, but that's given.
Here nor there.
What
Got
It's
some
happened
not. It's.
though?
RPG
I don't think
What
it's
players.
BS.
happened?
I don't think it's BS. I don't think hardcore is
What
BS.
happened?
It's
I
it's
play hardcore, so
it's bullshit in its
that's all.
principle. It's not the game's fault. It's not. It's bullshit in the
It's the
principle.
players.
Yeah, it's the players and it's the principle. It's like you can only your health is decreased by like 50% or less than that. I think it's like 25%. It's like I mean 75%. And basically it should be one shot, one kill. But the way that it goes is certain shots are less damage than others, so there is a chance you can get a hit marker. It just depends on when you hit it. But I'm at a point where sniping is not even worth it. And all you have is like rocket launchers and campers. That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
See, you have to think about it too. Maybe it's a challenge with the rocket launchers. That was just one day
Pink,
or one night session.
I looked. I ain't seen no goddamn challenges on that motherfucker for no
Yeah,
rockets.
you have to kill. Yeah, for the rocket launchers, you have to kill a certain amount of people to get that certain camo.
Look, all I'm saying is, if you run around with a RPG the whole fucking game, you a bitch. I'm up there trying to hit you with a sniper, and you got to use a rocket launcher against me. Get the fuck out of here. You could have used an automatic weapon and been fine, but you used a rocket. Use a bitch. um. Also, the thing is like hardcore and core is different, very different. Hardcore, your strategy is just I need to hit first. Core is I need to hit in the right spot and keep on that spot. My aim needs to be
And
perfect.
Yeah.
and can you fix the aim assist Modern Warfare? Because I was playing
You use aim assist?
and no, I don't use aim assist at all. But low overall, I hit 50 yesterday, going on 60 ranking right now, and all I get is one tap by freaking 10 below, 20 below freaking rank. One tap every time.
Well, what your ranking got to do with your skill?
Because there's a once you hit 50, that aim assist on the other side kicks in automatically. You don't feel it, but you see it. I was getting beamed last night.
I don't know what you're talking about. My aim when I was rank 1 is the same as what it is at rank 155. I can murk your ass at rank 1 and I can murk your ass at 155.
I play with no aim assist, and that jump is pissing me off. I was about to delete that thing last night.
I don't even know if it has aim assist on it.
Yes, it does. There's
There ain't
aim
no line.
assist on.
Because if I hit you, I hit you. I think you just came across some people who are just better at you.
Nah.
And plus, you got to think about it like this too, AJ. You just picked up the game. These niggas been playing this shit.
But I've been playing without aim assist since Modern Warfare.
And these niggas probably have them too.
But now with this aim assist system, it's like, come on now.
AJ, I hate to call you this, but it's true. You're a noob, sir. And you just gonna have to deal with that.
Call him out like that.
What do we call people who are new to a game? Noobs.
Oops.
You're new. You're new. You just gotta get used to it. You ain't used to it yet. You think you are, because you think it's like every other Call of Duty. No, it's different. It's a whole.
No,
this is an actual balanced game. Like they balance this shit perfectly.
I could give them that. They balanced the mess out of this.
So,
but that aim is just terrible.
You just poor aiming. That's all. You'll get better. I used to think like, yo, I suck at fucking snipers. And Pinky will tell you, that's all the fuck shit I use. I use snipers. I'm not stopping until I get that gold fucking marksman.
And that joint sounds so out cold. Pow! I'm like,
I love it.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
And now seeing in the kill feed, he got a he got a headshot on like 10 people. I'm like, sir, calm down. At least some for us.
Right.
Shit is perfect.
Remember that one kill of the game where he got like two or three people in one shot? I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
calm
down, sir.
That shit is amazing.
But Green, you really a savage for what you put up on IG though. You was dead wrong for that. You just.
Are you talking about my montage of marksman rifle skills?
No,
he
ate
that rocket.
I didn't eat
he
the
ate that
rocket.
rocket.
Past me, Pinky.
You ate that rocket. I don't know how you cheated and did that, but you did it.
You shot it past me.
No.
The finishing move that he did when he spun Pinky around and slit her throat, I was like, this when Pinky.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's
I want to talk about it.
I think that's what Sid. I think that's her name. That's Sid's special, cause I seen it when I was changing her outfits and stuff. That's her finisher.
I'm gonna have to go on IG, and I encourage everybody to, if y'all don't know what they're talking about, like me, go ahead on my IG, Greenspmk, and we can watch the video together and see what they're talking about, because I don't know what they're talking about.
Be recorded too when you get there.
But yeah, season 3 comes out Tuesday, and I think the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered is out now. It's $20. If you have the, I think someone said it was $25 on PSN, but if you have Modern Warfare, it's $20. Don't quote me on that. I just know that it's $20. So Modern Warfare, if you go into the store, it's $20, and you get some other stuff for your Modern Warfare season 2 or season 3 stuff if you buy the campaign remastered. You can get the multiplayer shit for Modern Warfare. That's and yeah, season 3 starts Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, Venom 2 is in production. I've read a lot of stuff about this because I'm a big Marvel and Spider-Man fan. Woody Harrelson will be Carnage.
Uh,
Um,
I thought
and
Spidey was gonna come back in this one.
well, actually, the storyline is that this takes place after Far From Home, and it deals a lot with Spider-Man's absence. It's even saying that Tom Holland will be in Venom as Peter Parker, and it will explain some parts of his disappearance after the ending of Far From Home, and it'll talk about his dealings with it, and will set up for the new um, phase of Marvel Universe as they set up to kind of reestablish the Avengers. So, what do you guys think about this? Woody Harrelson is Carnage.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I give my opinion on this because I didn't even see the first Venom.
It was
Um,
good. It was actually.
my son can tell you more about Venom than I can. He could probably tell you what's gonna happen in Venom 3. Okay. That's how much he into Venom. But I am going I plan on watching it, binge watching it
Yeah.
sometime.
It
So
was a good movie.
I
It was very
yeah.
successful
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
hmm.
Um,
Oh
well,
yeah, I guarantee that. All the money's probably came from Lil David's piggy bank.
it was a successful movie. It was really good. Um, I think the dude's name is Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy was pretty good. Although the timeline of everything from this movie and the comics was weird and off a little bit because he plays Brock, who in the comics and in a lot of the TV shows was actually in high school with Peter Parker. So in this one, Brock is older. He's mid age, maybe in his late 20s, early 30s. And for them to have this in the same universe as the current Peter Parker, who's still in high school at this point, the timeline is a little bit different. So it's gonna be kind of different to see this.
Yeah.
But for those who haven't watched the first Venom, it's about kind of like this freelance news reporter named Brock, Eddie Brock, who
Mhm.
he gets attached with this symbiote that came from space. This evil corporation actually collected it, brought it back down to Earth. Um, One of their patients that they were using to find out what the symbiote does escaped, came back. Venom then came out of that person. Okay, I don't know why my barber is calling me. Um,
Hey, I'm doing cuts. You want to come on out?
if
Put on the
if he
mask.
say that, I'm going. Um, but he gets attacked by Venom, who then takes over his body. Venom, the symbiotes is basically they go from body to body, just killing off the body and then moving to the next one. Venom then kind of realizes that he's becoming friends with Eddie Brock and decides to not kill Eddie Brock in the process and instead lives with him. And therefore, and such on. Each different symbiote has a different name because they're technically an army from whatever planet they're from. Um,
Monster.
so this, so the specific one in Brock is named Venom, and we find out that there's another symbiote named Carnage, who's has infected the character embodied by Woody Harrelson. But we don't find that out until the end of the first Venom. So this one is a continuation of that, and also a continuation of Far From Home. So that's in production. That's good news as far as movies. So that's good to know. They're still working on stuff. So, you know.
I got a quick question though.
Hmm.
And I feel like I've seen, like, okay, so I obviously I recognize Carnage's name, right?
Hmm.
But he's not
That's what she
like
said.
a Ryan. um, he's not like a, I guess, a rhino per se. Like have like a horn or whatever.
You
Oh,
talking
that's a different
about Rhino?
villain. You talking about Rhino?
Okay, never mind.
So
But
they're all different villains. This one is the
okay.
only. Carnage is supposed to be like the worst out of all of them because he's pure evil. The symbiote is like strictly just pure evil. And there's a reason why his name is Carnage. He kills just to kill, just for the fun of it. He doesn't have like a overall objective or overall purpose. He just likes to kill.
So
No.
kind of, well, I guess Doomsday had a purpose, right?
Yeah,
Defeat
most villains
Superman
had a
or whatever.
purpose. Like Joker was
Yeah.
very methodical about his, you know, things.
Hmm.
Doomsday was methodical. A lot of villains have a purpose. They have a reason for the things they do. Carnage is just like I just like killing. I don't really have a reason to give. Um, but yeah, we'll see that.
I
Possibly
think that would be
2021.
interesting.
Speaking of Marvel movies, Black Widow has also been delayed until November as well. So,
Huh. I'm sorry.
yeah, why you say, huh?
I
I wanted to see that
don't
shit.
know. It's
I was waiting.
well, okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. Some of her character just seems a
I,
little. I
sexy?
don't
Yes,
know.
I agree. She is sexy. She's very sexy.
No, I'm gonna say that.
Oh, she is. She
I'm
is.
not a Marvel fan, nor am I a hater. I could care less, whatever they do. But when I see fucking Infinity War, was it? I think so. That long ass movie for no reason. um,
What?
I don't know. It's just like I like how it looks because kind of like the comics, I guess. Um, but I don't know. I don't her. I don't know. Me personally, I felt like she's not into it. Like she's trying to, but
No,
she's not quite there
she's
yet. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Marvel fan, nor am I. It's here nor there. I I don't know.
she is
Me
an
personally,
OG.
that's just.
That is Miss Scarlett
I know Black
Johansson,
Widow
man.
is. I'm talking Scarlet.
No, she is that's Madam Scarlett Johansson. You will respect all of that woman, all right? She is
Scarlett Johansson.
she can be
Okay,
in every movie. Do and I
so
will
you
go
think she'll be
watch
good as
every movie.
Catwoman? I think the fuck not.
In the leather outfit, you damn right I do. I will go
Well,
see that
what
shit
body?
tomorrow.
Well, what body? Yada yada.
Look, she can be any hero. She could be fucking uh uh what's that witch's name from fucking Little Mermaid? Ursula or
Ursula.
yeah.
No, they got Queen Latifah for that.
Look,
Um,
Scarlett Johansson can play any role, and I would go see that movie. All right.
apparently,
And
she can play Superwoman. So,
love Scarlett Johansson.
What'd you say, Bank?
Scojo, you and David love Scarlett Johansson. Scojo, as he call her.
I just call her baby mama, but you know that's
Dave
me.
trying to get shot.
ooh, tell it, Mrs. Green.
She knows. I told her.
Right.
She knows. Scarlett Johansson can live with us
Okay,
and everything.
okay. Before like this to
No.
you, if you had to marry one person, Scarlett Johansson or your fiance, who would
Oh Lord.
My fiance.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Yes. But
Good answer.
but if my fiance ever said, "Hey, you can have one pass," Scarlett Johansson, I'm taking it.
Yeah, because Ashanti is Davis one pass.
Oh no, he can keep that. Yeah, he can keep that. Nah, but yeah, we'll see more of that. And like I said, most of movies are being delayed. Um, most movies and TV shows from Disney are being delayed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Black
If they're
Widow's
not
being
delayed, they're
delayed.
gone. If they're not delayed, they're going straight to the Disney thing.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Well, Black
Mm-hmm.
Widow is being delayed. And then certain shows are being delayed. So what is it? WandaVision is being delayed. Loki is being delayed,
Oh,
and
I miss Loki.
I want to say Falcon and Winter Soldier TV shows being delayed as well.
A quick question, Loki. Is this before he died?
Who?
Loki.
Loki.
He's
If
Disney.
you seen
Disney.
Endgame when they went back to go get the Tesseract and Loki was
Mm-hmm.
being arrested and obtained by Shield at the time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Loki was able to escape
Right.
with the Tesseract. This is his adventures
Mm-hmm.
after he escaped that timeline. So this is a different timeline per se, but it's within the Endgame timeline.
Okay.
And then Black Widow, we don't know exactly what's going on. We think it's two different theories. So the Black Widow movie could either be something that happened before Endgame, before her death, and all of that. We think this movie took place. The other theory is that this is taking place after Endgame because Captain America actually goes back. He replaces the stones where they were taken at the exact moment that they were taken. The Soul Stone is kind of different because the Soul Stone is I have to give you a soul in order for me to take the stone. But if I give you
Mm-hmm.
the stone back at the exact moment that it was taken, technically speaking, I never got it. So if I never got it, you shouldn't get your soul back. So they think what happened is once Captain America gave the soul back, the stone back, Black Widow never dies. Therefore, she comes back, and this is her story afterwards.
Okay.
why he only revive her? Oh well, that's a waste of
Because she's an
time.
OG, and we respect the
Yeah.
OGs.
Man. Anyways, didn't they all die, including Captain America? Supposedly.
No,
America, no,
the
he
only one
didn't
that
die.
died was Tony Stark. That's the only one that
Yeah.
died.
He was tired of doing that shit. Okay, that's
It's
cool.
Robert Downey Jr. I
Mhm.
mean, he will always be
Yeah,
Tony
he
Stark.
been in the game for a long.
Yeah, but at this point, he'll always be Tony Stark. No matter what movie we ever see him in ever again, we're gonna be like, oh, it's Tony Stark. So he's not gonna live that down.
Don't he have actual like enterprises? With, no, I thought he had actual Tony Stark enterprises and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He, pro-
I
he
mean,
probably do some of it off the money he made.
Mm.
Tony's. Robert Downey Jr. is one of those actors that really came back from a really big downfall, and man, did him being Tony Stark really put him back on top real quick. Like,
Of course, he was the perfect Iron Man.
well, not just that, but you gotta remember he's the OG person that got blackmailed from all of Hollywood. Like, I don't know if y'all know the story, his background story, but he was like a really popular actor back in the day, like back in the 80s,
Yeah.
90s.
Mm-hmm.
Got really bad on drugs, and they
Mm-hmm.
completely blacklisted him from everything.
Mm-hmm.
And for
Yeah,
years he
that's
was on
true.
drugs,
Mm-hmm.
and then he stopped. And he got
Mm-hmm.
himself better, and it still took him years to like get bookings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then
Mm-hmm.
finally he got one for Tony Stark, and no one thought
And
that
after
movie
that, he took off.
exactly. And no one really
He
even thought
put
that
on.
first Iron Man was going to do good. They just put it out there to be like, yo, this is going to be a comic book movie, but it's an Iron Man movie, so hopefully people see it. And people went to go see it just to see what it was about. Not a lot of people knew who Robert Downey Jr. was, unless you were like the older people who remembered him and been like, oh yeah, I remember him from my childhood and older movies or whatever, whatever. But nobody from the new generation knew who he was, unless you knew about older movies. And his acting as Tony Stark was so, it was just like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah.
Once you saw him as Tony Stark, that was
That
it.
was Tony Stark.
That was Tony
Yeah.
Stark. You didn't see nobody else. They couldn't replace him worth a shit.
You couldn't. You can't replace him.
Now,
You
Cuba
can't.
Gooding Jr. on the other hand, he got replaced real quick. They were like,
But
because remember, Cuba Gooding Jr. was Rhodey first originally.
no, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No.
Yeah, he
You
was.
talking about Terrence Howard.
Oh, Terrence Howard. My bad. Uh, they
Misinformation
all
Terrence Howard.
they all look the same to me. Um, Terrence
God
Howard
bless
was
him.
Rhodey at first, and then I don't know what the money issue was. I don't know what kind of money he was asking for, but they were like, "Nigga, the star of the movie is fucking Robert Downey Jr."
He wanted the same money that the dude that was playing Iron Man was getting.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. He's stupid. Uh,
Mm.
they were pretty much like, Robert Downey Jr. can't be replaced as Iron Man. We've got one was too much of a hit for us to replace him. So we're gonna let you go. We're gonna hire somebody else, and they hired Mr. Cheadle. And Cheadle basically said, "Look, I got caught up with some scandal on Grey's Anatomy. I need this job. I'm gonna shut the fuck up." And he took whatever money they gave him, and now we can't see anybody being Rhodey but him. So my point to all this is Robert Downey Jr. is a goat. Um, Black Widow, Smith Scarlett Johansson, goat.
Hands up. No, you
They
said
can
it right. Mm-hmm.
You know,
they can find somebody else to play freaking Black Widow.
no, they can't. Don't disrespect. What? We're moving on to the next story because y'all disrespecting Miss Johansson, the original queen, um, Miss Johansson. Unfortunately, her movie has been postponed until November. So we'll see you in November, Miss Johansson. Best to believe.
And that's a blessing in disguise.
Niggas hating for no fucking reason. Moving on to the next story. So remember last year when we had a whole discussion on the World Health Organization and how they were saying that video games are an addictive thing and how there's a such thing as video game addiction that needs to be, place these children into hospitals and stuff for? Y'all remember that? That we did
Yeah.
like
I think I
maybe
remember,
two or three podcasts on it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
well now the WHO, the WHO,
Who?
as in who the fuck are you? Now they're encouraging people to actually play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that some shit?
Mm-hmm.
So
Remember when you said not to? Now we're gonna say go play some video
You
games.
can.
they posted
Now
a
you
tweet
can.
saying game industry companies have a global audience. We encourage all to play a part together. Encouraging people to stay in the house and to play video games. Uh, Basically because you can't do shit else. So I guess that whole gaming addiction bullshit went out the fucking window. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
how else can we keep them in the fucking house? Play video games, niggas. Like, have fun. So, the reason why I brought up this story is just to show how bullshit some of this stuff is. Like, video games were never a danger to anybody. They realized that it wasn't the video games; it was the addictive nature of the human being as an individual. There are some people who just have an addiction gene. Um, just like, the four of us are not addicted to cocaine, but there are some people who
Nope.
are addicted to cocaine. It just happens. Um, and it's the same way as video games. There are some people who are just addicted to shit, and they need to find something to be addicted to. And some people are just addicted to games because that's what they chose to be addicted to. Some people are addicted to alcohol. Some people are addicted to, I don't know, um, twerking.
Sniffing glue. Oh.
Sniffing glue. Yeah, we'll go with that. Um,
That's why you parents out there don't take your kids concert.
yeah, I mean, let these people play the goddamn game. Like, they don't have anything else to do during this quarantine shit. Let them play the goddamn game. So, what do y'all think about this change of heart?
I knew it was coming. I
Yeah.
knew that change of heart was gonna come.
I mean, it's always going to happen that way. We always going to come out on top until they realize, like, oh, damn, we made a mistake. Let's retract the story.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Always, always.
it's ridiculous, man. It's really
I
ridiculous.
realize that gaming ain't got nothing to do with them. You know
Nope.
what I'm saying? It's for the greater good.
Mm-hmm. And the sad part about it is, once this stuff is over, they'll go right back to saying video games is addiction,
Mm-hmm.
like it ain't nothing. And I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird and sickening that video games is your enemy until it's your best friend.
Hmm.
It's just it's whatever. I mean, I didn't really have anything big to say about this story. I just thought it was funny how they did that. Um,
Okay. Sorry.
it was weird and awkward and stuff. So, World Health Organization says go out there and play some video games, people. So let's go ahead and do it.
Game it up.
Yep. But yeah, that's all I had as far as stories. Did anybody else have any stories y'all wanted to talk about?
That's it
Mm,
for me. Pretty much just um sum it all up.
All right. So, in a quick summary, everything's getting delayed. Um, people still buying
stay
toilet
your ass
paper.
at home.
Yeah, stay your ass at home. They coming out with a whole bunch of bundles. Go ahead and buy those, but also save your money for the PlayStation 5 because it's probably only going to be about $400.
Mm. And if you decide to get a mask, they said that the best mask to get is what, like the N95 or something like that. Um, it's more durable. It's not as thin as the cloth or the little surgeon mask that we've been wearing because your germs can still get through. Wash hands, wear gloves, change your gloves every time you touch something. Don't just sit here, touch your keys, and then turn around, touch the doorknob, and then start brushing your teeth. No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Wash your
Cross
ass.
contamination. Please be aware of cross contamination. When
T-
you cook, you know not to mix your meat with your vegetables. When they're raw, it's the same. Don't mix all the germs together, right? Thanks.
Take showers.
That's all I
Stop
have to
buying
say.
all these toilet paper for
Please.
cat videos. Don't go to India because they will beat your ass if they see you outside of quarantine.
Yeah, hilarious.
Mm,
Um,
don't throw no parties.
Yes.
You will be fined $1,000 here in California. Oh.
um, all of, all of Black Ops except for one sucks ass. Um,
Get the Mario game.
yes, Mario games remastered.
Get all the
Um,
free games that's out right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pinky saw an amazing video on Instagram that you all should watch. Go to Greenspmk to see it. Um,
Very important him.
um,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Scarlett Johansson, we love you over at the Real Ones Gaming Podcast.
Who's we?
Yeah,
That's
who is
you.
we too many people. We too many people.
Like I said, Miss Scarlett Johansson, we love you over here at the Real Ones Gaming Podcast. You're welcome on this
No,
podcast at
Green
any
loves
point in
you
time in the
over
world.
here at
Green
the Real Ones Gaming.
loves you, not me.
I would definitely like to interview you for the podcast one day. So if you hear
Yeah.
this,
Let me know
just
when a date. That's why I cannot be here.
okay. Will you not be here, nigga? It's a one-on-one interview anyway. What's her name? Barbara Walsh up in this mug. Uh, what else? That's it, right? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's give closing remarks. Maya, why don't you go first this time?
She said, "Oh no."
um, just want to thank everybody for coming out and talking with us, chilling with us, and our little shenanigans.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, pretty much. That's it. Mm-hmm.
All right. AJ, why don't you go next?
Thanks for coming out, hanging out with us. One of the realest podcasts is on Twitter. And we'll see you in our next video, or one of us might be streaming. And you already know, we out this thing.
Word. Pinky.
Yes, thank you guys for coming and watching us again. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, thank you guys for everything that you do. You know, the essential workers out there, I appreciate you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Um, but yeah, catch us on our social medias, catch us on our Twitch channels. Uh, support us during this time. Content creators, support your favorite content creators during this time. Um, retweeting us. Any little thing helps
Word.
since we really can't get out and about like we usually do. So,